Welcome to episode 185 of the Reptile Gumbo podcast.
Is it really 185?
It is, and it should be 186, but I got fucking lazy and I didn't put out an episode last week. But technically, I put out 2 episodes last week because I got lazy the week before and didn't put out an episode. And then it is
what I'm hearing is I need to get back on your schedule again.
What?
Yes. Exactly what we're doing. We were out driving around a week ago Saturday.
Yeah, y'all were herping.
And he said,
I was sleeping in my house. But
I didn't put out either episode this week. I'm like, yeah, James.
Well, they got a double dose.
Yeah.
And the episode I was going to put out this week was our Conroe interviews, which are great, which may go out next week. We may take off next week.
Okay.
That would be awesome.
I've got someone for the 24th.
I'm so tired.
So we're good. I got someone for the 24th. So
it's almost fall break. There's the light.
Anyways.
I'm not looking forward to that.
The fall break.
Yeah, I am.
There's going to be people everywhere.
That's because you're not in school.
Oh, no, that's because I'm a nanny.
Yeah.
A nanny.
Yeah.
Like Fran Drescher.
Yeah.
Age myself there.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
And agreeing, I
mid to late 90s.
Let's see who this.
Who can? Oh, that's got to be Megan.
Still can't say my last name. Yeah.
I could learn Megan's last name, but why?
I've never heard anybody pronounce it correctly, so I don't.
Sabjagovic. So is that Sabjagovic?
Very close, actually.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if you are looking for a high quality PVC rack, look no further than Lone Star Reptile Racks. They offer a variety of sizes for all types of snakes, geckos, rats, and more. You can even order something custom. Shipping is available, or you can plan to pick up at a Herbst Reptile show near you. Visit lsreptileracks.com to reach out to Lone Star Reptile Racks and place your order today.
.com. Let's get through all of our intro stuff.
Yep.
What?
Like I go to the live chat, right? And nothing.
I don't know.
So dumb. Anyway.
Facebook.
I got it right here on mine.
Oh, Meta.
Yeah, whatever.
So I'm very confused. So they changed it to Meta, but they didn't change anything else to Meta.
Okay, well, I have to leave an hour in, so we need to bring our guests in.
No, but then Twitter changed to X, and they changed everything to X.
Okay.
I don't get the fucking name changes.
Okay.
It's my show. I can bitch if I want.
No. You can bitch later when we bring our guest in. I have limited time with him tonight. Let's go.
Sucks for you. All right. Little Shop of Horrors is a small feeder and pet supply business based in San Antonio, and they regularly schedule feeder meetups around San Antonio as well as other neighboring towns and cities. They offer shipping on their feeder insects, ice pods, and are working on starting shipping on their feeder rodents too. All feeders are raised on a nutritional diet that optimizes the health of the reptiles and amphibians that consume them. I need to get a hold of him and see if how the mice are doing. See if he's got some mice.
Oh yeah, he was starting that.
Yeah, I need some mice. I'm going through a lot of mice. I've reached the point where everything eats adult mice, and I have a lot of everything. I'll pull a shit ton of stuff. I'm like, all right, this will be great. And I get there feeding, and then I've got like 7 snakes that don't get to eat. And I was like, damn, I really thought I had enough this time. I should probably count.
Why don't you count?
I mean, you keep records.
Because if they eat, they eat. If they don't eat, they don't eat. You know.
Well, it's not a matter of keeping, like, just how many do you need to get out?
A lot. Less than 100, more than 10. I don't know. It's somewhere in there.
Oh my lord.
Oh, James.
I probably should just pull the whole bag of 50 and thaw the whole thing out and just feed them.
Somebody would eat them, I'm sure.
I was going to say they would get eaten.
Fucking snakes. Trying to think who else we left out. Vivtech, if you need a UVB LED bulb, there's so many letters there. It's the fucking alphabet to try to do that. Reach out to Vivtech products and use code GUMBO22 to save 15% on all your LED bulbs, your smart devices, snake bags, eventually a UV meter. Just saying. Let's get on that. But reach out there, code GUMBO22 and save 15%. Also, Herbst Reptile shows. That was what I was forgetting. It was right there. I had it pulled up.
I got you.
Show dates coming up next is Waco, Texas, October 21st and 22nd. Then over to Lake Charles, November 4th, November 5th. I think I'm going to that one. I think because it's close.
What's up, guys? It's Sean Gray.
Oh, okay.
Hello, Sean.
Westman.
I think you're going to Lake Charles, and depending on whether or not our kid makes regional band is whether or not I'm going.
Depending on whether or not your kid survives the next 24
hours.
I mean, that's also true. She may
not
not survive the next 24 hours.
I mean, we're going to be celebrating
if she like falls down the stairs and
birthday.
breaks her neck, then y'all are going to get arrested for murder.
I mean, there is that.
I gotta murder my
I'm gonna put her up for sale.
Not because I don't want to murder her, because
I'm gonna put her on
don't
Etsy. I
care.
made her, so she's gonna go on Etsy.
They keep
There you go.
saying they're a tax write-off, but I still fucking owe taxes every year. I don't know. Apparently, I haven't had enough of those tax write-offs. Herps, West Monroe, Louisiana, November 18th and November 19th. Over to Austin, Texas, December 2nd, December 3rd. Out over to Slidell, Louisiana, December 9th, December 10th. up to Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. No, thank you. January 13th, January 14th. Longview, Texas, January 20th, 21st. And then back to Conroe on my birthday weekend, January 27th and 28th.
So we'll actually be there on your birthday?
Yeah, we're there on
Sunday.
Yeah, that's on Sunday.
Cool.
I think last year was Saturday.
Yeah, I think so.
I was like, my mom's will be Monday.
Conroe is always one of our birthdays.
And they changed her end of year showcase.
Our
Joe-
kid.
Joe.
Our Joe. So it is no longer on January 28th because there was another mom and I in the studio when he mentioned that date. And
For
both of us
her rock band.
for her rock band, both of us were like, of course it's going to be the 28th because we have so many other things planned that weekend. And the owner changed the date. So now
That was
they're
nice of them.
yeah.
Our kid is
He
in
was
a-
like, nothing's set in stone yet.
Our kid is in a Mexican rock band.
Spanish rock band.
Wow.
Spanish.
Okay.
Yeah, none of the songs they're performing
don't know.
are in English. It's
None of the band names are in English. None of the songs
none
are
of
in
the
English.
She
lyrics.
just play or is she singing?
So anything she
learning
plays, you have no
lyrics,
idea
too.
what to sing
Oh,
along.
wow.
like-
no idea.
Nothing. I
She's
thought
loving it.
when I found it was going to be Spanish rock, I thought, okay, well, they're just going to play La Bamba and like Santana, and then I'll be good.
It is legit.
It's straight up.
Yeah.
So they have an
Spanish music.
accordion?
One of the
No,
it's like
it's like rock. It's Spanish rock music.
like
Okay.
heavy
It's
metal
not like
rock.
going into the Mexican restaurant music.
No.
It's like pure on.
And one of the
Spanish rock.
instructors is like teaching her the lyrics.
Also, did not
She's
know.
proud. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Did not know that people listen to Mexican restaurant music. I just always thought it was Mexican restaurant music
No.
until I was in this area and people just drive down the road blaring it out their windows. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, okay, now I want chips and salsa every
it
time.
makes me smile though.
I taught some of my kids what polka was because they didn't know what polka was. Like, hold on, and I played
Basically
it,
the same thing.
and they were like, "Wait a minute, that sounds like." I was like, "Yes, because y'all stole it from the Germans. It's, Germans moved here, and then you're all like, tubas sound fun, and then y'all put it in there."
That's great.
So, anyways, let's bring our guest in.
Yay.
Yes.
Let me get to it. Anyway, who wants to introduce him? Anybody?
I mean, I booked him.
All right, here you go.
Okay.
So I mean, I really don't think he needs any introduction that everybody knows who he is. And if they don't know who he is, then what rock have you been hiding under? But we do have Chris Eaton with Snakes and the Fat Man.
3/4.
That's what I'm saying. Three quarters of them. James, I'm glad you took time away from spitting on Mexicans to do the interview. So
I love
Right.
I love their music. It just makes me want chips and salsa.
Oh,
Really?
Jesus.
When I'm standing outside in
I'm
the
trying to decide if that's racist or not.
it's
Chris.
not. Chips and salsa are great. When I'm standing outside in the car pickup line, you'll
How
have the-
come when Trump ordered the combo bowl, it was fucking racist, but you talking about chips and salsa is not racist?
because I don't want to send them away. I want them to come here and make me more quesadillas. I haven't found a Mexican restaurant yet here that I like. All the Mexican restaurants I like are back in Louisiana, and
They are, which is strange.
It's very weird.
well, it's because we live
Here
there.
it's Tex-Mex though.
Well, you got to go to the ones that don't say Tex-Mex. We can take you there.
Well, the thing there was
Here
we
are
live
talking
next
about
to
food.
we live next to the place that had all the nurseries, and so there was a large
Right,
Mexican population there.
Oh, dude, that place y'all took us to was so good.
Oh, yeah, I miss it.
Mm.
We debated when we were going back there in a couple weeks if we were going to do that or Chinese food, and now we got to figure out which one we want to do because we also haven't found a good
We'll-
Chinese food
We'll
around
only
here.
be there for one meal. So
Mexican
So
food.
is this what this episode's about? Teaching
Apparently.
James about food?
food.
That's what every episode's about.
At some point, at least for 15 or 20 minutes.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
says the guy who doesn't really like talking about animals, who has an animal podcast.
Well, that's how good I am. Okay. Right.
Oh,
I don't
man.
have one animal in the house right now.
Where are
but
your
if I-
frogs?
No, they're gone. All right.
Oh,
It's fucking sucked too. And I was really sad because I knew one of them was going to die because whenever it would grab a cricket, the other frog would walk over to it and smack the cricket out of his fucking mouth. And then he would eat it,
Oh,
right. So I was like, yeah, this frog's not lasting long here. And so he died or she died. I don't know if it was a he or she. I mean, with frogs, how do you tell, right? So so then the male stopped eating once he killed the other one, and now they're gone. Okay,
Oh, man.
oh.
and I
Cool.
have 4 empty focus cube habitat cages right in my office with nothing in them except for decorations.
all right, everybody, send animals, to Chris. Just send whatever.
Oh my
do not
God,
send animals.
no.
Just send animals.
Chris is like, no, thank you.
The
Yeah.
man lost a leg. He needs animals. Just send everything you got.
Oh my God.
Well,
I
my-
need
most
an
of-
emotional support Uromastics. That's what I need.
There you go.
I have a Uromastics and it fucking hates me. There's no support there at all.
Yeah.
It's
so pretty, though.
well,
It is.
you're a hard guy to like.
That's
I
probably true.
know. All of our lizards hate him.
That's hilarious.
Trying to think. Yeah, they kind of do.
They all do.
Even
Jim doesn't really tolerate him much.
He just wants to move
He
away.
just wants him for food. That's all.
Wow.
That's
there you go.
great.
Victor's going to send you a ball python because we all know that's what you really want.
Dude, I mean, I would take certain ball pythons right now, but not the majority of the shit that people are selling. Well, we're frozen up. This is certainly professional. Okay, we're just gonna hold it on there. I don't know if you could still see me or not, everybody. But apparently, this is the night Chris Eaton takes over Gumbo because James can't get a good internet connection. So, all right, we'll just wait it out. Really don't know what to say. I can tell you an inappropriate joke if you want. I don't know. Let's see. Do you want to hear an inappropriate joke? Let's see if somebody. Oh, look, it's only me now. Oh, this is great. This is really. Listen, everybody, subscribe to the Y Files on YouTube. Okay, it's Y with a W. Fucking awesome. They talk about conspiracy theories and all the other shit. Yeah. Look at Robert. There we go.
We're back.
Oh God.
Yeah.
That's sad.
Shit happens.
You carried that beautifully. I was watching on my phone the whole time.
All the folks watching live got Chris, and everybody else got us just fumbling around talking about bad internet. So you talked about the emotional support uromatics. That reminded me of the guy that couldn't get into the Phillies game because he had the emotional support alligator.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
That I guarantee he 100% went and bought from what's it? Hamburg.
Probably.
Yeah, well, Hamburg, they'll sell you anything.
Yeah.
You know, they'll sell you a rattlesnake and fucking aluminum siding. You know, like all of the fucking show. It's like picture the worst Repticon that you've ever seen, and then multiply that by 10.
I just want to go to it. I don't want to touch anything, and I don't want to be there long.
Burn your clothes when you leave.
I just want to see what is Hamburg like in person.
Well, last time I went, and Dave Levinson was there, so he could fucking attest to this. There was a dead cat right outside the door, and
serious?
And they left that dead cat there all day. That's all they did with it. They just left it there.
Oh shit!
And
Sean said they lost the venue.
By around 12 o'clock, it was like blowing up. You know, and I was like, that cat was way skinnier at 8:30 this morning. You know, like, and I wonder if left it there all day. Everybody had to pass it. Everybody,
that smelled awful.
I just wonder what shithole now is going to let them have a show in Hamburg. Like, if that place was willing to let them have a show for that long, at that bad, now that they've lost the venue, who's going to let them have that show?
Yeah, no telling.
Okay, but back to this guy with the emotional support alligator. At what point in your right mind
he doesn't
think?
Nope, stop. You know he didn't think.
He got exactly what he was looking for.
Attention.
Yeah,
he's being talked about.
Anybody that has an emotional support anything is a fucking fag. All right, that's all I'm saying. All right, like if you can't go into fucking Walmart without your ostrich, don't go into fucking Walmart, fucking cunt. You know, I hate this shit.
Well, they all get emotional support animal confused with service animal.
Okay, there's a big difference.
They assume they can take their emotional support animal wherever they want. I'm like, no, that fucker doesn't help you get around. That's just because you're not socially capable of behaving or walking around or talking to people.
They just wanted to fucking take something away from the blind people. That's all they did. It's like women with football. You know, like you guys just wanted to take away our shit.
Don't shoot! Don't shoot! No, don't even
and
throw me in that.
You just started showing up on TV, like interviewing the guys and fucking.
The lingerie league was a great thing.
It was.
Yeah, that was a great thing. That was a great thing. Bouncing titties is always great. But
it was bouncing titties, and they knocked each other out with them.
They could tackle like insanely well.
And I love that they barely wore pads. Like they knew these girls were going to hit each other. Like we get it, pads would make it safer, but we can't see your tits and vagina with pads
they
on.
Were
so
badass.
Yeah, but that's okay because I've jerked off to a stormtrooper fucking and you can't really see much there either except their faces and their bellies. So fucking I don't mind the pads and all that, but it's
just a lot of imagination.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. Robert knows. Robert's jerked off to that same porn because I sent it to him. All right.
It's a distinct possibility.
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
I feel closer to you, Robert.
All right.
Does that make
intimate, Chris?
Does that make y'all Eskimo brothers? Jack off the same porn?
I don't know.
No.
Is that,
Don't make it gay, okay? All right.
I didn't say you touched penises.
I think
That's
I
fine.
need to leave. I'll see you guys.
So I know I normally tap out at 7:45, but I might leave 30 minutes early tonight.
What do you have to do at 8 o'clock at night? That's so
I have to go pick my kid up.
You tell her to take an Uber. She's old enough.
I've thought about this
Yeah,
on
that costs
multiple
money.
occasions, but
Uber's gotten
I mean,
fucking
she's
expensive.
only 12. I don't think I can handle that.
Is she only 12?
Yeah.
I thought she was like 17.
No,
She looks
she's
like she's
only
17.
12.
Oh,
I
That's
know.
that's actually good. She's getting all her Mexican shit out of her by the time she's an adult, right?
Oh, I
The
need a
fucking
drink.
guy get in this
Same.
$40.
Do we need to leave so we can get a drink, Katie?
Same. Just send me your email address.
Yes.
Oh, God.
Victor, tip to tip. Yep, that's gonna
No,
be. You know what?
We
That
don't
should
do
be
tip
y'all's.
to tip. We just do nose to nose, and it's just a little bit more creepy. All right.
Yep.
It's gonna be
don't even
your new
wanna know how he
podcast, Chris.
knows this.
Tip
Can we
tip.
leave, Katie?
I don't even like. I'm so. God. Why did I think having Chris on was going to be a great plan?
This was
Yeah,
your idea.
yeah.
You told me.
I was actually surprised because I was just on like 6 months ago.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, but you
I
had
was-
2 legs back then.
Been a little bit that's happened since then.
yeah, but I mean, no.
You
big
look great
deal.
though.
Well, because you
Yeah,
can't see.
no. Thank you. Well, that's because you could only see from here up.
Shut up, both of you.
All right. If you saw the nub, you'd be like everybody when they run into me when I'm in the wheelchair in the fucking hallway going to the lobby. I run into them and I'm like, "Oh, what's up, Betty?" And she's like, "Chris, I'm so sorry." I'm like, "Shut the fuck up. It's just a leg, really." Okay.
I have
So-
another one.
Yeah, I have another one, and fucking look, I could still stand. So it's all right.
Oh shit! Did you
I
call
was
it
gonna say that
fanfic?
you look like you lost some weight, but that's pretty much a given.
Well, yeah,
At
there's
this point?
26 pounds, exactly 26.
Is that what it
pounds.
was?
Yeah.
I feel like what really happened was Chris needed to try and get more listeners. So Barcheck's dying and Sean can't walk, and Chris is like, I can give up one leg.
No.
God.
One
Two
leg gave me some listeners.
Oh.
Two things about that statement. Fucking Justin called me from fucking Indonesia when he found out he was at some show. And he's like, be honest, did you just do this so you could make fun of handicapped people? He goes,
Oh.
because you are untouchable right now. You're obviously misogynistic. People still listen to you. Dave Kaufman said you were racist and people still listen to you. And
Did he
fucking
really?
now you lost a
Yep.
leg.
Wait.
So-
I missed the Dave Kaufman calling
Totally
you
missed the
racist.
Dave Kaufman situation.
Oh, I
Apparently,
knew about that.
Oh yeah,
What?
Dave Kaufman told Justin I was a racist.
Did
Justin
he
actually
did he
called
meet your
me-
stepdad?
Yeah, I know. Justin called me from Tennessee, and he's like, the first thing he says, he doesn't even say hello, and he goes, "You know who really hates you?" He goes, "Dave Kaufman." He goes,
Send Dave a Christmas card with your family picture on it.
"Yeah, no shit." He's like, he said you were racist. He goes, but I told him, I was like, when Chris came to visit me, he took a black guy to my house. So how racist could he be? But Dave
But it was the chauffeur. It was not.
Yeah. Maybe he was my driver, right? Fucking yeah. Shamir, I would be driving Shamir, believe me. But fucking he thinks I'm racist because when he did his dumb video on ball pythons, that he was interviewing Mike from Africa, and I was like, that guy's name is not Mike, it's probably and fucking but that's a funny joke, right? Like fucking it's not
joke.
racist, that's
Funny because
fucking
it's true.
funny. But he thought that was he thought that was racist.
I love it. It's not racist because it's funny. It's also like the old. It's funny because it's true.
Oh, God.
Dude, it's just words and sounds, man. That's all.
Yep.
So fucking just calm the fuck
Your-
down.
Your dad said that we need to have Chris and him on the same
No,
night,
thank
and
you.
I will not be here.
Oh, I'm so here for that.
Me and who? Kaufman?
No, my
James
dad.
is
James'
dead.
dad.
Oh, I'll do
I
that.
will not. I can't.
I'll do that. I have a million questions about James, so it's okay.
Be like, jump on Sam.
Geez.
Like that.
I just have Chris forward me the link, and then I'll forward it to Sam.
Yeah, I can.
seriously.
Oh yeah, but you have to.
I
log
have
in.
control. I can't.
I will grab that computer.
Oh man. Anyways, let's get to
Alcohol in the world.
let's get to the question. So Chris asked a question that I'm not gonna lie. I was kind of like, it seems like a good question, but I didn't fully understand it. But then
I
a whole
felt
bunch of I don't think it was aimed. It's not aimed at you.
Oh, I know it's not aimed at me because Chris loves me.
Yeah, I love you.
He's also talking fake. So the question was, how do you feel about people using fake positivity to market themselves?
I hate it.
No,
in all aspects
I
of
believe
anything.
the word was toxic.
You said fake. I copied it word for word what you said, but toxic still works.
Toxic makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Toxic does make a lot of sense. I have had people accuse me of being fake nice to them. First of all, I don't have the damn energy for that. So
I was like, you're just nice.
You just get it. But it was great though, because I actually made it a point to comment as myself, not as the Reptile Gumbo podcast. And one of our listeners was like, your positivity is not fake. And that made me feel good. And I loved Antoine.
So before I get into the answers, Chris, why was that the question that you came up with?
Oh, because I see all these ball python people now. And listen, I know you guys fucking gave me a lot. Okay. And I know you guys fucking have put into the Fatman fund. And I thank you for it. But I see all these ball python people, especially the lower end people that no one gives a shit about. You know, telling everybody they're like, yeah, you do that. That's the most amazing thing I ever saw. Keep pushing and keep grinding. And meanwhile, you know that this dude would fucking stab another motherfucker in the back, all right, to get access to a fucking certain animal. Like, how long do you think this toxic positivity is going to last before somebody fucks over someone? And it's just like the old days, you know, where people would fucking stab you in the fucking heart to save $10 on a fucking animal. So it's definitely, I kind of miss those days because it was more like business-like back then.
Yeah.
You know, like if you go to like an Arlington, what's that?
It was very real.
It was real. But if you go to like an Arlington show now or a Tinley, everybody's drunk by 11:30 and fucking, you know, they're telling each other, oh, I hope you do good today. I hope you kick it. No, you don't. You hope you do good today. Okay, because every dime that guy gets is a dime that you don't get. Okay, so fucking, I just can't stand it. So
you know what this makes me think of, and I've never understood this, but on Family Feud, when somebody says a shit answer and their whole team is like, "Good answer, good answer," I'm like,
I could never be on
answer. What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
I'd
be
call
looking at
fucker
you like you were crazy.
I
I'd be like,
know. That's what it makes me think.
My
of.
episode
They
would never
must tell them
air.
that before the game. Don't ever, you know.
I'm
everything's
sure.
good. Yeah.
Because I have to be, what the fuck did you just say? Then they cancel our show and some other family comes out and plays.
yeah, but I definitely would rather have been on Family Feud with Steve Harvey than Richard Dawson.
You don't want to make out with Richard Dawson?
Yeah, I gotta watch Richard Dawson molest my wife or girlfriend when I fucking
Negative.
go on. You know, at least Steve Harvey doesn't do that. You know,
Right.
Oh.
Yeah, that it's definitely a weird time that was okay on TV and everybody's like, oh no, that's fine.
Yeah.
But now if you try to French someone you have no idea who it is on TV, like, yeah, you can't do that.
I
You'll
want
be
to
in
see
jail.
Family Feud on HBO.
yeah,
Yeah.
there you go.
Like it could be like strip Family Feud.
No. Have you seen some of those families?
Well, you have to be more selective in who you let come on.
Well, the thing is that Steve Harvey definitely lowered the white trash bar because Richard Dawson always had like these people on where you're like, oh my God, I wouldn't even fucking eat dinner with these people, let alone, you know, have them on a fucking show. At least Steve Harvey fucking, you know, did it up. And there's more good looking people on the show now. And that's what it's all about. All right.
Yep.
Some of the good stuff is you can find the clips where they've had to stop the show. Hey, because something so dumb happened. And then Steve Harvey's like, no, I've got to comment on this.
Yeah.
Those are the best ones.
Yeah.
But okay, so let's get back to some of these responses about this. Graham Battison said he hates it. They said virtue signaling and sitting on the fence when it comes to big issues are two of the things that gets him the most. Being positive is great, but ignoring negatives and pretending they don't exist isn't healthy. So, which I see in the hobby all the time. Look, we have friends that do retics. Retics are a problem in the hobby. but retic breeders won't say it's a problem in the hobby because they need to sell 15-foot snakes. Like that's a problem. Like we need to like that's a self-policing thing. We need like, look, we can breed retics, but maybe we don't need to breed 20,000 of them in a year.
Right.
Yeah. But the thing is that you're thinking like a fucking local market guy would. You know, I mean, retics. You know, the people that breed, 200 retics a year are selling internationally.
Very true.
But that doesn't change human nature. They still don't. How many people internationally still need a 15-foot snake?
Well, it doesn't. If they're international, who the fuck cares, right? Fuck them, right? Yeah. I hope they sell a lot to Canada and China. Well,
I mean, not Canada. They're connected to us.
Yeah, but no, they'll freeze up there. We're good.
But they'll freeze up there before they get, down here. So,
okay. So y'all talked about that football league, and this pops up on my feed: lingerie fighting championships.
That's what I'm saying. Thank God they're always listening. Okay. Thank God. I've bought so much shit that I didn't know I needed until I talked about it and it came up on my feed and then I bought it. Okay.
So so Graham mentioned the sitting on the fence when it comes to big issues. That is something that bothers me. And not just in our hobby, in every hobby. Like if there is an issue that we're going to have to deal with as a group, pick a side. And hopefully you're picking the right one.
That's making snake breeders become politicians. That's the problem with that. So, I mean, listen, here's the thing. You got to learn to just not care. Okay. Fucking, this fucking idiot bought a 20-foot retic. Fucking good for him. I hope it fucking eats him.
But what about the guy that took the alligator to the baseball game? Like that's going to make the rest of the hobby look like idiots.
That's not, to me, that's not as bad as a guy who has 15-foot retic that gets loose.
Really?
Because I think taking an alligator to a fucking sports event is
taking legal alligator to sports event in a harness doesn't get laws passed that keep the regular person from being able to own a leopard gecko.
Did it have tape around the mouth?
Nope.
No,
huh? Oh, that guy just don't give a fuck. I want to meet that guy.
It had on a dog harness.
Harness.
But it's still not the same damage that someone losing.
Well, like right now, the big story is the 13-foot retic that's loose in a trailer park in Oklahoma and eating cats.
Yeah, but there's probably too many cats there anyway.
I agree 100%.
I mean, feral cats,
but it still will not go well for people in the hobby outside. That's my problem, is that you kind of have to care somewhere because
when you go
in
the news article, if you go on like a regular news article, it's not put out by a reptile organization, and you read the comments, everybody's like, "That's the snake that's eating up Florida. We can't have them." Of course, they're stupid; they don't know the difference. Maybe stupid's not the word; they're just ignorant to it because they just, why would they? And of course, in the article, though, it says that they found several carcasses of animals under a trailer house.
Well, then that's not a carcass.
Right. Yeah. But they've seen the snake and they've seen it eating a cat. I'm like, good. Yeah. Can we get some more of that?
Don't put the cat outside.
Right.
Oh, God. Feral animals eating feral animals.
I think that one of the greatest videos ever is that video of the alligator swimming under the bridge and it had a dog in its mouth. Did you see that?
Oh,
yes. I've seen that one.
That's a fucking stupid dog, right? like fucking, maybe we have to weed out the animals the same way we have to weed out the people. I mean, it stands to reason that there could be dumb animals, right?
Well, you just had the lady in Florida that she was homeless-ish, but only by choice because she had a home, and she kept getting arrested for vandalism and theft, and they kept catching her in the pond at this park, like doing her laundry and shit. And they kept telling her, you can't do it. There's giant alligators in here. Well, they fucking found her being eaten by an alligator recently.
Oh, that's great. Like, yeah, that's good for her.
Well,
fucking, yeah, fuck her. I mean, listen, I'm not saying that people, should stop eating paint, but I am saying that we should stop warning them about it. Okay.
Take the warning label off.
There doesn't have to be warning labels on everything.
But you really do have to tell children to quit licking the walls, though.
Crazy.
Well, there shouldn't be the warning on a hairdryer to not use it in the shower. Just fucking take it off of there.
No.
Don't shoot fireworks indoors. That's on there.
If I make skis, I should not have to put a warning label to not ski off your roof. Okay. So it's fucking bullshit, man. It's like I said, that dog that got killed, probably a dumb dog. The cats that got killed, we want to get rid of them anyway. The snake's doing the job that fucking the wildlife officers aren't doing, right? So fuck it, let them go.
But see, the problem is
There is no problem.
No, here's the problem.
The hobby is not going anywhere. Okay, it's not, and it's not
all the laws that keep getting passed. I mean, you live in New York, y'all can't own anything that's any constrictors, right?
Well, anything over 6 feet.
6 feet.
Yeah. So fucking, but you know, I mean, and I think that should change because there's so many morons in New York. If we could get rid of a couple of them, it would be fucking great. but you guys live in Texas, which is a republic. Okay, you guys are not passing laws. You guys could own tigers there. Okay, there are more tigers in Texas owned by people than there are entirely left in the wild.
Yes, but the town I teach in, you can't own a ball python
or a leopard
or any exotic.
You can't own an exotic.
They probably saw the hobby and they're like, "Yeah, we got to make this illegal. We get this."
They've had that law for 30 years.
It's weird to walk into the PetSmart there and there's no reptiles because they can't even sell reptiles. Like and then the county we're in, you can't own venomous.
No venomous.
If you get into Houston, it can't be anything over 8 foot.
Right. Then you get into Montgomery County and they're like, we don't give a fuck. You want Chambers County too, but those are the only two that touch.
That's what I'm saying. Like after meeting Texas people, I could just imagine the first guy that owned a tiger and his neighbor was like, I ain't gonna let that motherfucker out tiger me. And he bought 2 tigers.
That's a fact.
And then
I believe, yeah.
Then the next guy, the next neighbor was like, well, fuck it, I'm getting me a tiger too. I'm getting me a lion now.
Supposedly there is a mountain lion on the loose in Baytown right now that was somebody kept on a dog kennel in their backyard and it escaped over the weekend.
Aren't mountain lions just wild anyway? How you can't really say a mountain lion's on the loose.
Yes, but no. I mean, there hasn't been one in this area in 50 years, but this was a captive bred one, captive raised. And it's out somewhere. They had seen it on several surveillance cameras.
Zoo I worked at, we had 2 mountain lions. One that we had was the guy was about to get busted by the cops, and so we opened all the cages he had and ran. And this is one of the ones we have.
It was a confiscated pet.
Wow,
they found it.
Like the guy in Ohio.
Yeah,
they opened all of them up and then killed himself.
Yeah,
and the cops had to come in and shoot all the bears and tigers and shit. Yeah,
I remember that.
Yeah.
Craziness.
Someone said that they don't think Houston allows venomous either.
They don't.
Yeah, no, I'm sure they don't. They don't allow 8 foot constrictors. They don't allow venomous.
You can't have venomous. You can't have any monitor species.
Really?
No, city Houston's. No, you can't have shit there.
That's because all the fucking California dickheads are moving to Dallas and Houston and they're fucking up all your shit.
Austin,
yeah.
Houston and Dallas are getting their fair share too.
Yeah.
Yep.
So going back to some of these ones for the fake positivity, Antoine said next time we should just tag him. We thought we'd talk about him. The shoe fits Antoine.
Yeah, but Antoine,
I feel you, Antoine.
Antoine is generally or genuinely a good guy, and Antoine worked his way up to where he is now. Like fucking Antoine said, the way to get up and be known is to go on every dinky podcast and every fucking show and every live that he can. And Antoine did that for like 4 or 5 years, man.
Yeah.
And and when you meet Antoine, you know that he's a good guy.
Well,
when
he's
you
not
meet
fake.
Some of these other retards, they're just like, come on now.
Antoine is Antoine. If you talk to him, that's him. He's not fake.
Yeah.
So he's a positive person in general.
Yeah.
A friend Danielle said social cues are hard for her to pick up, so fake positivity has made her distrustful. And really, anyone that is too friendly or too positive, she assumes positive people are full of shit now.
Yeah, I agree with her.
I understand that.
Danielle, fucking call me. Okay. I like it. Right.
I can definitely get that. You see that and you have to definitely question. Well, that's why you got questioned.
That's why I got questioned. They thought I was fake.
Yeah, but you're not fake. All right. When I came down to visit
her, it made me feel great.
No. Well, when I came down to visit, you made James do everything for me. You are not fake at all. All right.
So to do stuff.
Sure you did.
We know how it really works, James.
So, I'm your friend too, Chris.
She's that good at it, Chris, that he actually
doesn't
thinks
even
it
know.
That's what he thinks. Yeah.
I've learned so much over these last years.
Lucas Bagnara said, I think we all ideally like the reptile industry to be more positive, but I do see a lot of virtue signaling in order to promote themselves in a positive way. But just like with the Samson Pruitt Slither files that they released, most people stayed quiet and didn't do crap with the info and turned their backs to it.
Yeah, Lucas was our big on that.
Yeah, he's one of the ones that helped bring that forward.
Yeah, Lucas was one of the ones that hooked up the whole page, I think. But that page turned into a fucking dumpster fire real quick.
It did.
Yep.
You know, so that was one of the few pages that I could say I watched the de-evolution of it from the beginning to the end of it, because it started out really good. Okay.
Yeah.
But then it came down to Garrett bashing and fucking who was the other guy he was bashing? It seemed like that Rodney guy's personal platform to just bash Garrett. So that's not cool. Garrett's a good guy, and I've met Garrett. I've been down to his place, and he's one of the better people in the hobby.
Yeah, and like I said, people have been to his place. They know that it's not the same as Samson. Like it's never been. Like Garrett didn't get arrested for fighting dogs, for one.
Right.
No one has been accusing Garrett of having dead animals sit in tubs for months. So
it's fucking hard.
Intrepid Exotic said they got banned off that page for calling Rodney's horseshit, calling him out.
Fucking Tim is awesome. I met Tim at Retic Fest, and he's going to be on the next show actually. So
cool.
Intrepid is fucking awesome.
Jake said being fake anything is never a good policy to go by. I just want to draw a distinction between being positive during tough and difficult times, which is definitely different than faking it. That's true. I mean, there are definitely folks, like, especially with the way social media now, they will fake certain things because they know, like getting a leg removed. Reality, guys, he has two legs. Don't listen to him.
No, let me tell you something. I put out a video where I almost cried. Okay. And it was like I seriously almost cried. And let me tell you, the vagina gates from heaven opened up. All right. and I got so many DMs from chicks who were like, oh, I just want to fuck you. I want to fuck a one-leg guy. It's always been a fucking weird thing of mine. And
I know that my wife talks to you a lot, so she better not be saying that kind of shit.
Why don't you not worry
about what Chris and I talk about?
Yeah. Why don't you not worry about it? Okay.
We gave you your moment with him earlier. You can leave us alone now.
Yeah, seriously. Fucking is rubbing our nose together and jerking off to fucking amputee porn not enough for you, Robert? Okay.
It's close.
We got to give Rachel a turn, all right? So, and I don't say this enough, but I'd fuck the shit out of Katie too. All right. So
we do not have to go there. We can just keep on moving.
Katie's like, would you look at the time?
And my father-in-law still not on it.
And I think James would be okay with it. Okay, that's the
I don't
weird thing.
I don't think so.
I think he would be
jealous.
Okay.
Well, I'm a one penis per vagina kind of person.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
You don't have room for another penis in there, even if it's really small.
Y'all talking about that, and look what pops up on my fucking.
Is that a lizard penis?
It's a lizard penis.
Oh my god! Like, what is that?
Let me look at the last two of these answers here. Allison said, honestly, the kind of marketing just seems to be a product of narcissism, which it definitely is. People want to feel important.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a big part of some people in the hobby, that they, especially those ones you see that have only been in like a month, and now they have a handful of ball pythons, and they have a logo, and they have a YouTube page, and they're trying to get everybody to like them. I'm like, you haven't done shit. Like, you're not. The fuck do people need to follow you for? Like, you haven't done shit. Calm down. But they need to feel important.
Well, not only that, just because you just mentioned it, there's a trend on the logos for all the new ball python people, and they're all getting them done by the same guy. And you literally can't tell one logo from another.
I bet they all look the same.
They all look exactly the same.
Probably too fucking busy.
And it's a $300 logo that they got on the cheap. I mean, they should be using fucking Stewart design. That's all I'm saying. Wait, James made a joke?
No,
it's that. Look at that. Excuse me while I cut my leg off.
My mother-in-law says no extra penises are allowed.
Okay, then we'll do it separately. Okay.
Oh. Anyways, Captain
Jesus
R.
Christ. Fucking James' mother is watching this, and you people didn't fucking tell me ahead of time. Like, fucking, what the fuck, man?
We knew John was
Ashamed
on.
of yourself.
Like it would have stopped you.
It would have. It would have. I would have been trying to have sex with her instead.
Last comment.
Run.
Captain R. Frank said it's a double-edged sword. No one likes a sad sack, but fake. I love that one. But fake people bother her as well. Not everything in the reptile hobby is good and positive. There's a lot of hard pills to swallow out there.
I'm sure you did, Sam.
Moving on from my dad. Anyways, going back to this. Yeah, it's definitely an issue. Fake positivity or just as a fake. What I find interesting is the people that get lifted up on pedestals in this hobby who haven't accomplished shit. And then the people that don't get the like, so talk about why my brain just go blank on who it is.
I don't know.
The Barkers, right? The Barkers should be put up on a pedestal for what they've done in this hobby. But anybody that's probably entered the hobby in the last 10 years probably doesn't know who they are.
Right,
What?
right.
You think?
Yes,
Yeah.
100%.
She's very private though.
If you take 10 random people at Tinley and ask them who Tracy Barker is, I would say 8 of them are not going to know.
Yeah.
But
100%.
they'll know who dumbass I keep forgetting
Antoine?
his name. Not Antoine.
You have
Love
a
Antoine.
stroke. Like
No,
should we be concerned?
I forget his name because I don't like him. The one that you used to be
Diabetic
friends with.
ketoacidosis.
Who the ones that I'm who? The guy that I'm friends with, who?
No, you used to be friends with, but don't really talk too much anymore. That has the podcast. What's his name? Why can't I remember? Y'all know who he is. The annoying dumbass.
Sean Bradley.
No. Damn.
MJ?
Yes, MJ.
Okay. Yeah,
So, but if you were to poll those 10 people, I bet 8 of them know who MJ is.
absolutely.
That was bad
they
that
will.
we both said
Yeah.
that one. Sorry, Sean.
But so they'll know who MJ is, and he hasn't done a 0.10% of whatever the Barkers have done.
Yeah.
And
Well,
he
yeah.
doesn't-
I mean, Ralph Davis is the same way. People don't know
Right.
who the fuck Ralph Davis is anymore.
Yeah.
You know. So
So that's a problem I have with the hobby is that a lot of the folks that built the hobby and that should still get the credit, people don't know. They get into the hobby, they don't know it.
right.
Yep.
So let me ask you: when you got into the hobby, were you a animal person that got into the hobby, or did you get into the hobby and become an animal person?
No, I was always an animal person. I was always a reptile person specifically, and when I moved to California, I brought 3 or 4 snakes with me. I think a couple of balls and a red tail. And when I met my girlfriend there, she had like, I don't know, 7 or 8 15-foot berms, you know. So I became more of a reptile person while I was in California. And we had probably about 20 different species of animals while I was there. But that was when I had fuck you money, so we could just pay somebody to take care of them.
Yeah.
And that's the easy part. When I ended up having 600 ball pythons and I was the fucking sad sack having to take care of them, I was like, yeah, this kind of sucks. And Juan's job wasn't as cool as I thought it was, you know. But the problem is people getting into the hobby with no money, okay? And they don't know the expense of the animals, you know, prior to getting into it.
Yes.
And nobody knows, like, I don't want to say nobody because a couple of people know, but like, how much does it cost to raise that snake from a baby to maturity? And you know, they know how much you know, every single rat costs, and they know how much every single bedding change costs throughout the history of the snake's life. And that's what you have to know to get into it, because fucking these people who are going online saying I can't afford to feed my collection, so I'm selling it all. Those are the people that really irritate the fuck out of me.
I feel the same way about people that just even for like a single pet, like know what that animal is going to cost you and what it's going to require upkeep, whether it's a dog or a cat or a reptile or a bird or whatever. You know,
What's anybody that goes, I got this animal for free? No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
Yeah.
There's no animal that's
that's
free.
why I'm not a fan of like animals for birthdays or animals for holidays or
Nope.
things like that. Like, no.
Yeah.
Well, it used to be like that because fucking when I was 11, I got a fucking duck for Easter, a
Yep.
fucking duck, and I live in the Bronx. Okay, like why the fuck are you giving me a duck, right? So and you have to fucking put the duck in the bathtub and let it swim and fucking then it was shit all in the bathtub
Everywhere.
and then afterwards when you're taking a shower, you're like, man, I'm standing in duck shit, like fucking. It doesn't matter if you cleaned it; it was there. Okay, so and then when the thing got too big, we gave it to a farm upstate. Actually, we gave it to a farm where the nuns had a what do the Catholics call it? Like where all the nuns live together.
A nunnery.
Convent.
A nunnery.
A convent. Yeah, it was the head convent in New York, and it was on a farm. And turns out that they ate the duck. Right? So fucking,
I was just going to say, we
Sounds
got
like
chickens.
Catholics. Yeah.
We got chickens for Easter one year, but then they immediately went to live with my grandmother. And if they didn't lay eggs, then they were dinner.
Yeah,
So
how it works on a farm. Yeah.
yeah.
yeah, I mean that's just how it works. But what the fuck am I gonna do with a duck in the Bronx? We're
Right.
walking the duck up fucking 238th Street. Fucking people are like, what the fuck is wrong with you? So, yeah. So, but yeah, I was a reptile guy prior to getting into the hobby big time because back then there wasn't all these Facebook groups and all this shit about owning reptiles.
Yeah.
So matter of fact, those were back in the MySpace days where there wasn't a reptile on MySpace.
No.
Well, like I said, there's a lot of folks though that get into it now that aren't reptile people. And those are the ones I say you always see going out pretty quick too, because they get in it. They're not reptile people. They just think that they're going to be able to make money or that it's going to be something cool. And then they do it. And they realize they don't actually want to clean shit. They don't actually like the animal. They just thought it was money. And it's not money. Because especially right now, nothing's fucking money. Like it's
No.
the market. I don't care how much people on the top side of the market want to be like, no, the market's great. It's not. It's really fucking horrible right now.
For anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, well, you guys know that, right? Like Robert does all the shows and Rachel does all the shows.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not there right now.
I mean, how many people do you talk to that are like, I killed it this weekend? Fucking probably just to supply people.
Yeah.
No,
But
Yeah.
even they've had
Yeah.
slower
They're setting
shows.
record low shows.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just the way it is right now, man. It's going to get worse, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I think we have at least another year of this. At least another year of this.
Yeah. I would say.
And it's going to continue to get worse.
Yeah.
So
and until we get a Republican president, it's going to get worse.
And even then, who knows? Who knows? Because COVID did such a number on our economy, and it's just not recovering. The Build Back Better plan is not fucking building back better. It's horrible.
Yeah.
So you're rocking back and forth, and your chameleon's rocking back and forth. It's like,
You also need to
Tired.
go get our
Oh
kid.
shit, I gotta go get our kid. I
I'm gonna
rock when I'm
scoot over.
tired.
Now you get to go drive.
All right.
Chris.
Bye, Katie. All right.
He said bye, Katie.
Oh yeah.
So another question I asked, kind of because you were on, and I was wondering, I asked our listeners what gaps do they currently see in the information shared on Reptile Podcast. My dad obviously said that I don't tell people that ball pythons suck nearly enough. I can up that. I can definitely up that. They suck. They all suck.
No. I mean, you definitely tell them that ball pythons suck. The problem is nobody watches this show, so not a lot of people hear it.
That is true. Hey, there were like 15 people here earlier.
Yeah,
15 people.
No. You had mentioned something a couple months back while I had two legs that I still remember, and you were normally like, I don't care if nobody watches the show. I don't give a shit. I do it for me or whatever. But you have to care because of your guests. Like you want your guests to have.
That does bother me because we've had some really good guests on that I wish more people would hear. Like when we had Kathy Love on, I thought it was fucking awesome. Because when it comes to corn snakes, she's the queen of corn snakes.
Sure.
She's a name that disappears because she's not in the limelight. Like she doesn't have a YouTube or a TikTok or any of that stuff.
Right. But the thing is that should just make you want to better the podcast more. But like you have to get individual camera angles. You have to. Okay. And if your board doesn't support it, you got to get a different board. Okay.
Well, the board supports it if I have good cameras. I just gotta buy better cameras.
We got you GoPros.
I got a GoPro, and it's the one I'm using.
You should have 3.
No, you didn't send me 3 GoPro. I got 1.
I have one. We can bring it over here.
Yeah, send it up. Bring it over. Hook it up.
It's in my
Say,
computer.
didn't Heidi fucking send over 3?
No, I got those. Were all like Logitech webcams that have
Oh,
USB
all right.
hookups.
So even those.
Yeah.
But the USB hookups don't hook up into the HDMI hookup on the back of the board.
Yeah, but you just get a USB to HDMI hookup.
You get the converter.
It's still it. I promise you. I looked at it when I got the board and when I got the cameras. It still won't work.
Yeah, we went through this.
Yeah, I tried because I was gonna hook them all up, but it wouldn't do it. But if you have another GoPro, totally do it.
Yeah.
I don't, but we can look into that.
Anyways, so other gaps. Danielle said honestly the basics. So it's great to hear what breeders are working with and how they got into it, but she wants to hear about what species, what a species is like to keep, tricks they've learned with their species that may not be common knowledge, enrichment ideas, proper feeding. So one thing I got over and over again was a lot of people want to hear more about not so much about breeding, but about keeping and setting up nicer cages now. And you know that you've got those cages from the Howdies, the Focus Cubes. You know, those are not in general. Now there are people that have like a wall of 50 of them, but that's Bill. Most people buy one because it's a really nice cage and it's a really nice one to set up for a one animal and deck it out. And that's kind of what most of these people wanted to see, and naturalistic setups and stuff like that.
Right. But really, do most of the people want to see that? Not the ball python people.
Not the ball python people.
There's probably 10% of the ball python people that want to see that.
I mean, and that's kind of the difference in a lot of the hobby. The ball python people are definitely different than, say, like green tree people.
Right.
Yep.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like I went to Bill Stiegel's house, and if you ever went there, I mean, that place is immaculate. He has one animal per cage, and I mean, he's probably like the best green tree breeder in the country. Okay.
Yeah.
So people, when people want to learn shit like this, go to Bill Stiegel. Don't go to Jimmy Bob in fucking Alabama. All right. Who has a YouTube channel and fucking he has one green tree that's wild caught that he fucking went out and bought for $300.
And lives in a glass tank.
Right. And everybody's story is the fucking same. So learning about people's stories, I have zero interest in that. I have interest in what they did before they went into the reptiles, because no matter what you say, that has a direct correlation to how they keep the animals.
Well, that's why it's funny when you get some of these people on your show for the 15 minutes of lame, and like you can tell they're in their mind they're gonna be a breeder. Like they're listening to that intro and they're listening to Kabilka and like, I'm gonna do that. And then you interview them and you can just tell they haven't listened before. They don't understand that's not really it's not what you're wanting. But they get into their whole little spiel about what they make and their goals and their plans and what they're breeding and then how they got to that point. And I'm like,
there's a guy that wanted to be on 15 minutes, at least that I heard he wanted to be on. So I got in touch with him, and he's like, I really can't wait to get on there and show off my animals and fucking, do everything. And I'm like, you've never seen the show, have you? All right. Because fucking it's not a show off your animals type of fucking segment. And he was bummed, man. Like fucking, and I was like, just watch the fucking show then. And you won't be fucking all butthurt. Like I just finger fuck your cat. Okay. So fucking just, people are ridiculous. I mean, this guy is relatively well known and kind of does things the right way, but still, if you don't watch the show, fucking bite me.
Right. Why would I have you on?
Right, exactly.
Well, I liked being on there a couple years ago because I was like the one non-ball python person that came on.
Yeah. Ever since we started doing non-ball python people. Like the last one that I had on just did blood pythons, and that was interesting to me, but not more than 15 minutes worth of interesting,
So do you find, because you haven't bred snakes in what, 10 years?
About 7, yeah.
7. Do you find that newer people coming in the hobby still listen to your podcast, or is it the older ball python people?
Oh, the new people, the new people are what carries me. So the new people are the ones that just hear a 15 minutes, so they want to be on, so they watch the show.
Do you think they know anything about eyeballs and how you used to do that now?
No, I don't. I don't think they know, and that's okay. But Brian brought up a good point the other day, not to really like fucking slap me in the ass or anything, but he fucking said when he first met me, it was nice to see a podcast guy who actually did everything that you know in the past and worked with shit in the past that that didn't just kind of fake it through, you know. So and that was a big compliment to me, you know. So I'm a big fan of that Puerto Rican.
Let's go through some. Let's see. There were some other ones on here that were non. One guy said they would like to hear more about biosecurity.
That's just gay. I mean, biosecurity. Every biosecurity person that I've ever met is so full of shit because they'll fucking talk to you about NIDO, they'll talk to you about IBD, and then fucking a week later they'll show their snakes in the same grass, in the same patch, outside, fucking inside, licking other cages, fucking two snakes together. The biosecurity people are full of shit, except for like the doctors and the PhDs. Like they take it seriously. But your average guy who's like, I'm into biosecurity and I'm gonna NIDO test. Fuck you when you're NIDO testing.
Well, right? A lot of them, like I quarantine in the cage right next to the others.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to put them together. They're in the same room, right next to each other.
I hear a lot of I quarantined it for 15 days. I'm like, well, I'm sorry, what? Like
that's just ones that they bought a collection, they bought somebody else's collection, and they quarantined for 15 days, and now they're breeding.
Yeah.
They just throw them together.
In the old days, fucking, you know, if I trusted the guy, I didn't worry about anything. Like if I bought something from Ken Masick, as soon as that shit came in, I put it in with females, you know? So it wasn't like that 10 or 15 years ago.
It's tricky though. Like, I mean, I lost an entire boa collection to something. It probably was, now that I know, probably NIDO. At the time I didn't. But it was only my boas and they all died. And I definitely didn't do any quarantine back then.
Right.
I'd get stuff, bring it in, put it together. But now I've got a closet downstairs. Nothing comes upstairs to my snake room unless it's been 3 months in the closet downstairs.
Yep.
Right. But do you keep new stuff together in that quarantine room?
Yes. And once I get something new, the clock starts over again. If I have something new that gets quarantined. Now I have tried to quarantine in the closet, and then I'll quarantine in my bedroom, and then I'll quarantine in the living room. So I haven't had to restart that clock. Yeah. But if they're in the same room, the clock starts over and it's another 3 months.
Right. Yep. Okay. Well, you're somebody that gives a shit about the animals, you know.
Well, I can't lose a whole other collection again. Like I had a lot of boas and I lost a lot of them.
And now you do what? Fucking sand boas? Like who the fuck buys sand boas?
I love my sand boas.
He sells them.
Yeah. It's little fucking black and white sand boas. People love those things.
They're adorable.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I want a snake that fucking hides underneath the fucking Reptile, so I have to search for it every time.
Every time we open ours, they stick their
heads up. Talking to the microphone.
Oh, every time we open ours, they stick their heads right up.
I mean, once you pull them out, you can see them. So it's a lot like a penis.
I got something else that you could pull out and you could see it. All right.
Well, I need a magnifying glass for that. These are a little bit bigger.
Yeah, that's cool. All right.
Oh,
I'm still waiting for James to say something funny.
That's fine.
All right.
I also asked over on our page. We have a sponsor that wants to do this month's giveaway, and I meant to post this earlier because they wanted ideas to what to give away. So I had a couple of people suggest things. Darren Watson said stickers and T-shirts. Totally do that. That's easy to do. Jeremy Humphrey said stickers, shirts, hats, maybe some sponsor type donations, which I could probably reach out to some sponsors. One other person said dubiaroach.com gift cards. That's probably not going to happen. Just
I wouldn't necessarily do that, but you know.
Just throwing that out there. Probably not going to push that one.
I'm assuming your wife is on our page.
Well, the thing is, like you guys had an awesome logo for a little bit. What's with this shit logo again?
I like this logo.
The logo with the alligator was the fucking cool one.
That's the one. That's the one that's up right now. Are you not seeing?
It's in the top corner there.
I can't even tell. I don't know. Let's see here.
It's the green one with the alligator head, and then it's got a sound file below it.
Yeah, okay. How about doing it without that fucking fire behind it?
It's gumbo. It's steam.
Steam.
Yeah, I don't get that, but okay, sure. Right.
It's in a bowl, and that's steam coming up.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I mean, it's pretty literal, right? I mean,
I love this. I loved their old one, but our old one was just not great for like putting
Anything.
on stuff.
You can't
Yeah.
put it on anything.
It was art. It was done by a tattoo artist, and it was art, and it makes a good sticker. I've done it on a sticker, and it makes a great sticker. Just wasn't good for like putting on shirts and stuff. But I like the new one. It's fairly simple. Going back to logos, so many logos now look the same. They all have this like late 90s, early 2000s like rock band
the shine to it. Yeah.
It looks like it belongs on an album cover of whatever the
that's because everybody's going to sinking pencil design.
Yeah.
And that's the problem with that. Like your logo definitely doesn't look like you went to sinking pencil. What does it say underneath the Reptile Gumbo?
So it says Reptile Gumbo Podcast, and then that's a sound file. It's actually the welcome to the Reptile Gumbo Podcast. It's that sound file. Our guy that did the logo took that, turned it into a sound file, and then put it into the logo.
Oh, that's cool.
So
I would get rid of that because you can't tell what it says.
Well, it's just a sound file. You can see it when you look at the picture. It looks like
but it looks like
distorted right now.
Like what is it? What's the one with the tattoos now you can get where you can get a sound file and you can scan it? I forget what app it is.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw that on like The Voice or fucking America's Got Talent or something.
Yeah. But
I bet you've been watching a lot of TV.
No, actually, I've been sitting alone in the dark crying a lot. But so I'm missing a lot of the.
Look, I do that too. And I lose my leg.
But I'm watching.
Just call me and talk to me then.
Spotify. That's what it was.
If I call you, something else will be going on because I'm jerking off like you never. But like I jerk off so much now. Like
what else do you have to do?
When I'm in bed, like fucking, I just like if I want to go to sleep, I'll jerk off and try to go to sleep. When I wake up, I immediately jerk off because you know that fucking just woke up fucking. Hard on it, you got to take care of. I mean, Robert and James know. I mean, probably not so much Rachel, but fucking, it's I've been doing it all the time.
He turns that camera and that blue light around. That wall is covered.
And then I look down at my stump and start crying again. So it's all right.
Katie has to turn off the podcast now.
She just picked up Joe.
Oh, yeah, but no, we talk all the time about logos. It drives me nuts how busy people's fucking logos are.
Yes. And they come up with these dumb names that you can't say.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, like I've done several stickers now for people's logos, and some are just so much easier than others. So I'm like, all right. Like you can tell in their head they thought this is gonna be amazing, but they haven't thought past that about it being on anything. I'm like,
well, the simpler the better, you know.
Yep.
I mean, that's just the way it works. You can't be having this intricate fucking shit that you know you want to put on a t-shirt and you find out it's 6 colors and the fucking the t-shirt guy will only do 3 colors and shit like that. So you have to
he'll do 6, but the shirt's $100 a piece.
Right. But like that, there's a bunch of companies that keep the shirts for you, and then you know we'll ship them wherever you get the orders from, and you make like what 48 cents a shirt on that. You know,
no, I did the one we do when we do it. We can make probably about $7 a shirt. You can set the price, but you can make about $7 a shirt, depending on how you get. Now, some of them they do the fees and everything will get you.
Well, what are you selling the shirt for?
Usually $15 to $20.
Yeah, okay. Well, you make it $7-8 on a $15 shirt. That's really good.
Yeah,
especially when you don't have to do shit.
That is the best part. But I just and the names. Well, and you see it with like every fucking ball python person who thinks they're fucking original when they make it a ball related joke.
Yeah. Oh my God, I hate those fucking companies. Grab your balls, exotics. Fucking suck my balls, exotics. Get the fuck out of here, you idiot. Can you imagine talking to a non-reptile person trying to convince them to fucking keep reptiles? And they're like, yeah, call me whenever you get a chance at suckmyballsexotics.com. My email address is on. Like, why would you buy from that guy?
Right.
Well, just imagine like you're at a reptile show. A mom walks up with her kid wanting their first snake. They're not coming to the lick my balls booth.
Right.
That's not
Right.
So there you go. You've lost all those customers. You're only going to get the degenerates who may, but they probably don't have the money to buy anything from you. So they're just going to come to you and ask for a free sticker or shirt.
Right.
Yep. You got to be subtle about it. Okay. fucking, if you want somebody to lick your balls, the way to approach it is quiet. Okay, you got to be like, hey, you don't want to put it on the sign,
Don't shout licking my balls.
Oh shit!
Fucking people. The hobby.
Oh, look. Here he is crying again, trying to get laid. Yes, Sam. Okay. But Sam, I was getting laid prior to losing the leg and not crying. So fucking
now the tears just lube it all up.
I'll tell you, Sam could suck my balls too. Fuck Sam, right? What's Sam's company's name?
It's not. That's my dad.
Dad.
Oh, fucking God damn it. Why are you doing this to me? All right. Sam, you don't got to suck my balls. It's fine, man. All right. Say whatever you want.
Fucking tell him whatever you want, Chris. It's fine.
No. I got to be
You're
careful. Good. Okay. Because fucking God damn it.
I'm not careful with what I say to him.
All right.
My dad. No, Sam's great.
So Sam is your dad. Okay. All right. Who's your mom?
Her name is Lori.
All right, her I'm gonna try and bang, but okay, but your dad. All right.
Good luck with that. Oh, anyways, I want to do Chris's favorite segment.
Oh, you want to talk about shit but not show it?
But I'm gonna show it.
Oh, you're gonna show it?
I'm gonna show it.
Oh, let's do it, man. Let's fucking do it.
All right. So let's see what random shit, because it's been like 2 weeks since we've actually paid attention.
This idea, by the way, is solely based on me complaining about it. Just so you know.
100%.
Right.
It is. So this one always gets me is I'm amazed, and it's even sometimes some people that own like a snake or something don't realize some snakes give live birth. Like when you say live birth to people, they look at you like you have two heads.
Yeah.
I'm like, maybe if you should look at stuff other than ball pythons, you know shit happens.
Yeah.
But there's just a meme there. But that is also, it's always, even non-reptile people, when they go, wait a minute, they have live birth? Like, yeah. Oh, this one was funny. So that's actually the Houston Zoo. Who posted this one? Nathan posted this. It's these gorillas beating the shit out of each other. And I was like, wait a minute, I know that gorilla room.
Yep.
That's our zoo.
Yes, it is.
And then it's the zookeeper just standing there because people are like, where's the zookeeper? And he's just off to the side.
Yeah, he's like,
not fucking separating them.
Right.
It's a
yeah, but really, what are you gonna do? I mean, that one gorilla's fucking that other gorilla up, man.
You just gotta let him.
Well, and like
I wouldn't get in the middle of that either.
And they referenced when Nathan referenced when he posted this was when I worked at the zoo and I was working in the tortoise yard. I was cleaning one day. Someone walks over and goes, "There's a peacock in the lion exhibit." Okay. I'm like, he's eating the peacock. You can go get it? No, he now has a peacock.
Right.
Man, the only thing better that this video could have been is if somebody was yelling "World Star" while it was fucking happening.
Or yelling "Justice for Harambe."
Right.
See, a fight like that breaks out, and that makes you start to really wonder how strong is that glass?
Yeah, seriously.
These fuckers start throwing each other into it.
I'd just be like, I'm leaving now.
I'm gonna say this would be fun to watch, but it's not fun to watch once that glass breaks.
Yeah.
Nope.
So all those people standing there, those are the ones that stand there like what? Like if someone like a shooting is happening, they stand there and watch a shooting. And
a few years ago, those guys were taunting the tiger at the San Francisco Zoo, and that tiger had apparently been like fucking eyeballing this jump for years and was like, all right, this is the day I'm gonna give it a shot, and fucking made it and killed one of those guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they were like throwing stuff at it and yelling at it and shit, and it jumped the moat and got their ass. I'm like,
fucking stupid people, man.
Yep.
Get rid of them.
This one was about a high school that's breeding Louisiana pine snakes.
Saw that.
I tried to read some of it. I think the headline is tricky. Like they're saying he's breeding these rare snakes. He doesn't get to release them. That's not
right.
Like the zoos do that. That's just a special programming. Some random dude at a school breeding pine snakes doesn't get to just let them go in the wild and go, I'm saving the population. That's not.
Nope.
Doesn't get to fucking do that.
Takes them down to like Manchac and releases them in the fucking bayou. Yeah. Wrong place.
Yeah. So my dad saw this in the Great Smoky Mountains. It was a cone. It said venomous snake in this area. Do not approach. Like that has the opposite effect on me.
Yeah.
There's the rest stop coming into Texas has a sign that says like watch for snakes. I'm like, I have fucking yet to see one, you lying bastard.
Like I'm looking.
Every time. Don't trick me with a good time. Let's see what else. Oh, there's the teacher with the snakes again that he's definitely not releasing into the wild. Actually, I haven't even looked at some of the stuff. What is that? That's a cottonmouth. Just a cottonmouth. Okay. It looks like this British croc expert admits to sexually abusing dogs.
What?
Yeah.
Dude, that's my guy right there.
Pleaded
All
guilty to 60 charges involving bestiality and child abuse. Okay, so he was
Oh.
equal opportunity.
That's crazy to think, like, in this guy's head, something switched that he saw a dog and he said, I'm going to fuck it.
Yeah,
Or
You know,
it fucks
I mean-
him. You don't know.
Ugh.
that's
Yeah.
true.
Dinner's gonna come back up.
This is just a Lego set that I'm hoping that gets
Oh,
passed.
that's
Yes.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Crocodile Hunter and it's
Yeah.
Crocodile. I'm really hoping that one
How's
gets
the
passed.
voting going on it?
I haven't checked. Katie voted on it because we only have one account, but
Is that the Crocodile Hunter or is that the Crocodile Hunter's kid?
that sounds
Steve.
Tim.
Steve Irwin.
Okay. All right.
What else is on? This is a crocheted turtle. Don't have time for that.
Yeah. Fucking. Ugh.
Oh, this is a snake and a bird. They say that both of them, I think, separated, but both of them survived. But it looks like the bird attacked the snake, and then the snake attacked the bird once the bird had it.
I mean,
I watched that happen last week
Yeah,
with that big mud snake right over here.
yeah.
Robert got
Yeah.
the front row seat there.
And then all over Facebook has been that fucking little alligator that has half a mouth.
Yeah.
That like the top half of its mouth is missing.
Yeah.
Well, do we have a picture of it?
I thought there was one here, but I don't see. Let me see. Maybe it's in this article. There's one. Here it
There it
is.
is.
Wait, hold on. I got to share that page too because it didn't.
Well, there's alligator at Gatorland that has half a bottom mouth.
Oh, this one I think is now at Gatorland because I think Savannah has it. Let me pull it up.
I
Oh,
have
yeah, missing top jaw.
I have an alligator at Gatorland.
Do you really?
They named it Jolene.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jolene. Let's see if they got a picture of it. It's the video. There it is. The
There it
picture
is.
of it.
That's crazy.
It's missing the entire top jaw.
Yeah.
Probably
in front of the
gator
eyes.
bit it off, or got hit by a boat, or
I'd imagine another gator got a hold of him. Probably
Yeah.
death rolled, just ripped it right off.
Dang.
And it was in the wild. They found it like that, didn't they?
Yeah, I mean that's not a fresh wound.
Mm-hmm.
That's been like. I mean, the alligators are fucking bulletproof.
Yeah.
I mean,
And that thing could still eat, I think.
oh yeah, and it's been eating because I mean they found it in the wild.
If they aim really good when they throw the chicken at it. You know.
Well, it's not going to bite you.
Yeah, fucking hey.
Let me pull up the screen back. Well, I mean, look at how many alligators survive living in someone's bathtub for years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those things are fucking bulletproof.
Look at that one Emily and Ed have. That's all
that's
stunted.
stunted. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or the fucker that just tried to bring his to
Yeah.
the Phillies game. That thing could have been 17 years old. You don't know. It
I
just
think somebody said it was like 13.
if it's 13 and the size it is, that is not good.
Yeah,
'Cause it was not big.
No.
Our buddy Max is trying to get his photos in the calendar contest. Go, everybody sees that? Go vote for
Yeah.
Max.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah.
vote for him, but I mean, really.
It's over.
Is it over?
fuck,
Sorry,
who
Max.
uses a calendar anymore?
That is kind of true.
I mean, we just display the one from Brittany every year just so we can see the pictures.
Was I think I still have Brittany's
Yeah.
blood python one on the. I haven't
Ours-
changed the date on it. At
Oh
all.
no, ours.
Yeah,
is
I was going to say, what
Change.
date is it stuck on?
Probably like February.
oh no, ours
Yeah.
is in October.
I think it says April. I think it says April on ours here. I went to the Zubu thing at our zoo, and some of their light up shit there is really cool. But this is a big old snake one where it had the head on one side and the tail came out on the other side of the sidewalk. The
Yeah,
snake,
that's cool. Yeah.
I know that.
I mean, it's not a factual snake. It's
Right.
let's go with retic. It's a retic. Does it make you feel better if I call it?
No, I
retic?
would say it's a boa, right?
Maybe it's
No
a fake
idea.
snake. Travis Wyman posted, what is this? Giant chameleon. Fuck.
That's is that a Mellors? Yeah, that's a
It's gotta
Mellors.
be.
We had one of those.
Really? Fuck,
Yeah.
that is fucking huge.
It's a big fucking chameleon.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's a lot of chameleon there. And it's pretty. I would love to go to Madagascar and see. Why can't I get off of the screen?
I don't know.
Yeah, you hit the X.
Because you're not clicking on the
I am clicking on the X and it didn't like me.
not much.
I wonder if one of my king snakes would be smart enough to figure out these dog toys. Where you hide like the rodent inside the dog toy and then it's got to find it.
Yeah. What kind of snake is that? Is that like a Brooks King or something?
It looks like, or maybe a California king,
Maybe. Yeah.
like a weird pattern.
I mean, I see
California
people
king.
do them with indigos,
Yeah, indigos I know have done like, but they're
rebos, and stuff like that.
those are smarter snakes.
Right.
Like there's
Instead
he
of
gets
ball
into it.
python tried, it would just be biting
the ball
itself.
python would
I'd
just
say
sit on
it would
top
bite
of it.
itself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would-
A
it'd
ball
run,
python wouldn't have even got to the squares yet.
Right.
it'd run away from it.
Right. And I thought boas were a lot smarter until the other day whenever one of the doom rolls like struck it Logan through the glass and fucking bit itself and started trying to wrap itself up.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Every once in a while they're
Still smarter than a ball python.
yes.
Just-
And then it like realized what it was doing and like, well, what the fuck's going on here?
Who the fuck's biting me?
It was that big one, the big female.
Really?
Well, she just shed and it's feed day next week.
Quit trying to make excuses for your dumb snakes.
I mean, she was being dumb.
She
She
was-
what it is.
But those teeth, I saw those. That's the first time I've seen her teeth.
Oh, you've never seen her teeth
Oh, they're
before?
fucking serious.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Do not want to get bit by a doom roll.
Well, she's big. I mean, she's 8
Well, she's
foot.
the biggest one
Yeah.
that we have. So.
Yeah.
This is just someone posted like a baby picture of Medusa. I don't know. That was a weird one.
I think those snakes are too big for it to be on a baby.
Yeah.
They would be smaller snakes. They would look like dreadlocks, right? On
Maybe they
like-
power fed them. Someone power fed her hair so they could breed it sooner.
Maybe.
I
Those
don't
are
know,
actually
man.
those are only 18-month-old snakes, but they fed them really heavy.
I don't know. That kid is way too skinny for that.
Yeah.
Because would the snakes eat on Medusa's head, or would Medusa eat and that would feed the snakes?
I'm going the snakes eat
They have to eat. Yeah.
because it fits my joke. So I'm going the snakes eat.
So you just like there a bunch of
I,
rats on
I'm
the
sorry,
table and
I missed the
turn your
joke.
head.
Fuck you. Travis Wyman probably posting something else that needs more explanation than I can give. Previous studies on frogs and salamanders suggest a limited correlation between parental care and transmission of microbiome. What the fuck, Travis?
It's interesting.
It is, but come on, man. I've told you before. Cliff notes. You're a doctor. Give me some cliff notes. Post it.
You know what's funny is the last time I was on, you had made a joke that you love when I talk to Warren Booth because I clearly don't know what he's saying. And you just admitted to clearly not knowing what fucking Travis was talking about.
Yeah, but that's a joke.
You're a fucking hypocrite, man.
But I do understand what Travis posted.
Yeah.
I just don't want to
Reptile
read it.
Gumbo, table
Yeah.
full of hypocrites. That's all I'm
just
saying.
I'm just too lazy to read it. Travis posted.
Do not
So
include
these
me in that
memes have been
comment,
floating
Chris.
around for like the last week of Kevin James but this one says when reptile cells are slow, so you add in some fake hets. That's
happens,
that's
but
ball python.
Richard-
good.
Yeah,
Let's
but
knock
the
that
thing
out.
is that's been a problem for years.
Yeah,
You know, that's not new at all.
Just
And,
add
and new
possible
people
head.
don't know that, you know. I mean, we
Well-
got ripped off for so many fucking snakes that we were told were hets, and we bred them and no visuals, you know. So,
Or
yeah, there's assholes out there all the time.
or you can be like me who got sold a possible het albino and then ends up being a 100% het anery. Like motherfucker.
The one you didn't want.
And the dude didn't even know. I asked him, I said, do you know that your snakes have anery? He's like, I have no clue. I was like, well, one of them does.
Yeah.
One of them fucking does, because now I do. And there's the fucker with his, like, if that is a 13-year-old alligator, that is a stunted as fuck 13-year-old alligator. I mean, it already looks pretty stunted. It's kind of short and stubby.
I say it looks very.
Its face is very,
I was going to say the face is real stubby on that
And
one.
that usually is a good tell on
yeah,
that.
it looks a lot like Ed Nimley's alligator. So, he probably keeps it in the bathtub. Oh, this is another video from Max when he went to, I think, Africa or Indonesia. I don't know. He's eating a weird
He's
ass
been to
fruit.
both, yeah.
It could be either one. Some snakeskin fruit.
Ugh.
That's fucking great. I'm not eating random ass
Yeah.
foods.
Not
happening.
even, especially in Africa. Somebody
Chris won't-
hands you something and tells you to eat it.
You won't eat an apple off an apple tree, man.
Want that
Yeah,
on
well,
the-
yeah, but fucking, you know, that's because apples belong in a pile in stores with barcodes on them.
With
Okay.
barcodes.
No.
Our buddy Megan posted
Come
there's
off the tree.
a new digital magazine coming called the Keeper magazine. I'm be interested to see who's writing for that one. If it's like actual keepers or if it's like month-old keepers.
Well, also, how many magazines really successfully make the switch over to digital? Like I've never read something on my iPad like a book or anything like that. Like, have you?
Well, see, I loved it. Reptiles magazine they switched over to digital and it made it great because I could read it when I was shitting or whatever with my phone. It was great. And then they stopped doing it. And I'm like, I don't fucking read the paper version because I don't keep up with the paper version anymore.
I think I read books on mine.
So Katie reads books on her phone all the
Yeah,
time.
Rachel does every night.
I
Really?
do, and I absolutely hate it. I'd rather hold the book, but I can't leave the light on because then it would keep him awake.
Well, I was thinking about joining Audible.
I listen to, I only get one per month, one book per month, but I listen to Audible books all the time. I love it. I always try to find like super long books like Herman Woke books and shit that are like
Right.
like 39 hours long.
So here's my
yeah.
problem with that. I don't like the way a lot of people's voices sound. I didn't know this until
Yeah, she always
Robert got
complains.
Audible. I was like, oh my God, this guy's voice is so fucking annoying. I
Yeah.
cannot do this.
Yeah, she doesn't
Yeah,
like the guy who. Go ahead.
Can't you pick different narrators on Audible?
No,
No, huh? Okay.
Nope.
no. The only good one was Matthew McConaughey because he read his own book, and that was an amazing book.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Was there a lot of I went to that party and I took my shirt off kind of references?
Not at all.
He talks about how he's had 3 epiphanies in life, and each time it was him dreaming he was floating down the Nile River in Brazil. He said, I know that doesn't work because that's not where it's at. And he said, and then I came and I woke up. And that's when he had an epiphany in life.
But they were, I mean, that was the only like odd thing.
Oh, no,
right?
there's
the
some
odd part
shit in
that
there.
floating down a river in the wrong part of the world made him come,
Yeah,
because that's pretty odd.
that's
That's
it.
what I thought. Was
I mean, there's a
That's-
whole like spiritual side to it, but it's pretty good. It's called Green Lights. It's a pretty good book. You learn a lot about that dude that I didn't know. Some shit he's done in his life and been through.
Yeah.
I mean, I know he's fucking weird,
Yeah.
and at one point, like, lived in a camper on a beach.
Yep. Oh, I didn't know that. Lucas said look up your favorite actors on their discography. It'll show the books they've read narrated.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, that's cool.
Samuel L. Jackson. What does he narrate? I will listen to all of those.
That motherfucker.
Motherfuckerly.
Here's just a picture of some red-footed tortoises. So I fed my red-footed tortoises some pinkies the other night,
Dude, he's 74.
and my larger red-foot tortoise now just like downs a whole pinky. No problem. He just puts it in his mouth, puts his head back, and just downs a whole pinky. And so I'm trying to feed the smaller one a pinky, and I had to all right, let me feed another one to the big one, and he ate that, and it's like fuck. So like for 10 minutes, I'm picking them up and moving them, so this little fucker can eat. And finally, I was like, all right, you're taking too long. So he walks over to the little guy and just takes it from him and downs that whole pinky too. I was like, all right, little fucker, you took too long to eat it. It is still weird watching a tortoise eat meat after owning like sulcatas who just eat grass. These fuckers will eat
I
tear
guess
apart
ours
the meat.
being our first one ever being an ornate box turtle.
Well, box turtles will tear up
it
stuff.
eats meat, so
What the fuck is this? Ryan Goslow, when a large 8.3 kilogram lace monitor found itself in a sticky situation after gulping down a tube of mini M&Ms. Jesus Christ.
Wow. Samuel L. Jackson's done a bunch of books.
Has he really?
One called Go the Fuck to Sleep.
Go fuck to sleep.
It's a kid's book called Go the Fuck to Sleep.
Yep. heard of that one.
He's done Nelson Mandela's favorite American folk tales, A Rage in Harlem, a John Henry book, The Clever Snake Charmer.
Darren said he does the Bible.
He does the Bible. Yeah, that's one of them. I just skipped over it. I didn't give a shit.
So-and-so fucking begot so-and-so.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
motherfucker had another kid
Yeah, because it's him, Angela Bassett, Cuba Gooding Jr., and Blair Underwood.
doing the Bible.
Mm-hmm.
What a weird fucking
man.
combination.
interesting.
It's nice to see Blair Underwood is still getting work after LA Law.
Right. So
Uh,
on Audible, you can actually search people and see what they've narrated. That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I'm going to sign up for that tonight.
I'd rather hold the book.
I haven't looked at some of the stuff. There's old Steve Irwin clips. There's old Bindi Irwin clips when she was little.
Here's some books
Really?
that Sam Elliott have done, Rachel.
Ooh, I'd listen to that.
Oh,
I know
Sam
you would.
Elliott. Fuck yeah. I read
I
that.
love his voice.
Did you
that
guys see
man.
that 1892 or whatever?
Yeah.
Oh my
did.
God, right? Fuck.
Yeah. That's crazy. You watched it all the way through?
All the way through. Yep.
It ends just like it started, except, yeah.
And
my-
I'm doing a Yellowstone rewatch right now, and fucking, I mean that show is just so fucking good.
It is.
I
I'm-
stopped at the first episode of the third season, and I have not.
yeah. So I
gotten
can't
back
talk
up.
about it because she hasn't seen all the good shit.
No, yeah, fuck that. And you have to watch Tulsa King.
Yeah.
Oh, Tulsa
King
King is
so
good.
Tulsa
I
King
was just Googling today to see when the new season is.
because
But
I
it's
have
all,
so much
all on
unlimited
hiatus.
time
Tulsa
to
King
watch.
is
it's all on
TV.
hiatus right now because of the strike that's over.
I
The
know.
writer strike.
Sam Elliott's my favorite role he did was The Ranch.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. With Austin Kutcher or
Yeah,
Ashton
Ashton
Kutcher.
Kutcher.
Christian.
Well, like, and what's funny with Sam Elliott
And
is
Rooster
like
the
he
Rapist.
plays so many roles that are not like no one would like if you don't realize it, don't realize he's a liberal.
Yeah. Super
Like-
liberal.
Yeah.
He plays so many of these conservative
Well,
old
no,
white
you
guy roles.
realize watch Parks and Rec.
Yeah.
Yes.
The later
Yeah.
later seasons, he comes in. He's the other town's version of Ron Swanson,
Yeah.
but he's a liberal, and fucking Swanson just hates him, and it's great.
Yeah.
It's so fucking good. Also, Ahsoka. Have you guys been watching Ahsoka?
I haven't watched that.
Oh man, it's so good.
I just
and
watched.
it's over with, so you could binge it.
I just watched I actually finished the second season right before we got on the air night of The Bear on Hulu.
Yeah, so it's
I haven't seen The Bear yet.
That is a good show.
Yeah,
that's a really good show.
I'm rewatching Game of Thrones.
Oh, I've done that like 6 times.
Just stop
already.
after the battle.
I started at season like halfway through season 1 a few weeks ago, and now I'm like all the way up to the battle with the fucking dead.
If you stop through the midway of the last season and stop there, you'll be happy.
Yeah, because
I can't get anything rewatched.
Because the end of that fucking show was horrible.
Yes.
No, I don't think the end of the show was horrible because they had a limited time to do what they needed to do. And if you're working on Game of Thrones, right? If you're like a grip or fucking a producer, you're not there saying, I want to fuck this up. You're saying, I want to make this the best I could. So you got to think about that.
The storyline, though, at the end.
They could have done better.
Just wasn't. Yeah, I didn't. I would much have rather watched the girl and the hound just like go across the country killing people.
Yeah. That would have been a great fucking show.
That would have been the show I'd have watched every week of just tuning in and both of them fucking up people.
And they're making a Jon Snow show now.
Yeah.
And they should be making an Arya show now. That's what they should be making.
Yes.
Definitely do Arya.
But the problem is she's grown up so much from them.
My favorite meme is the one after she finally gets laid, and it's her laying there next to him, and it says, "When winter came, but you didn't."
Right.
I just love the uproar that caused.
Oh yeah, we were just talking about it earlier, Rachel and I were, because we were watching it during dinner.
But I don't know. I just thought the ending of that was a letdown. I really would have gone for the imp being the new king.
Yeah.
That would have been great too. I like that Braun, but I didn't like him. No, that was not Braun. Braun was the imp's
Brandon.
Brandon. When he was young and he was a kid, he was cool. He got older, man, and that dude just looked unlikable.
Yeah.
You know, so I was absolutely glad. Spoiler, he got paralyzed and couldn't do anything. You know, so.
Well, now Lost. So I did end up watching Lost a few years ago. I watched all of it.
I haven't watched
it. I mean, they were dead. I get it. They were dead.
Yeah.
And it makes it the whole time like, because this show seems fucking stupid if they're not. Like, they got to be dead.
Well, you know what I've learned having my parents live with me for a month is that Manifest is the new Lost.
Oh, really?
Because they turned on Manifest. I mean, these are people that don't watch TV at all. And I come out at 3 a.m. and my mother is up watching episode 8 of Manifest season 4. And they're getting through seasons in one night. They're like two old people just fucking staring at the fucking screen. And my mother's like, it reminds me a lot of Lost. And I'm like, I still don't want to watch that fucking show. It just looks fucking stupid. Right.
Have you watched Only Murders in the Building?
No, I haven't yet. But it's on my queue.
The new season came out. And I didn't realize the new season came out, so I need to watch that because that's a pretty good show. It's but I mean, it's got great actors, so it's gonna be a good show.
Yeah.
The newest one I'm trying to watch is Yellowstone. So
I couldn't get through the first episode of Yellowstone.
No,
just didn't.
Yellowstone is so good because my ex-girlfriend's mother owned a 100,000-acre ranch in Dinosaur, Colorado, and all the shit on Yellowstone that they talk about, I know. You know, so I'm like, this is fucking awesome, this show. It's kind of bringing me back to fucking back then. But Yellowstone is good. That 1920 or whatever the fuck it was called with Harrison Ford in it. Man, I do not like those English romance fucking in the 30s type of fucking shows. And I couldn't stand that part of it.
I liked it. It was very disjointed. And when it ended, I was like, I didn't realize that was the last episode for the season because it didn't. They didn't even leave you on a cliffhanger.
Right.
It was just like they're on a boat headed home, and you're like, all right, cool. Next week's gonna be. Oh, there's no next week.
Yeah.
No. Rachel's been rewatching Sons of Anarchy too.
Oh, Sons of Anarchy.
I love.
Yeah.
It ended great. Show. It's a great series.
I think when I'm done with Game of Thrones, I'm gonna watch the sequel to Game of Thrones. Not Game of Thrones. Sons of Anarchy. What's
The
it called?
Mayans?
The Mayans. Yeah, I'm gonna watch Mayans.
I
Yeah.
watched like one season of it halfway, and I just couldn't get into it.
Supposedly it gets better as it goes. What everybody says.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give it a
James,
shot.
James, you wouldn't like that. There's a lot of Mexicans in it. All right.
Again, I like chips and salsa. I have to like Mexicans. Like 60-something% of the school I teach at is Hispanic.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, I can't talk to a
That-
handful of them.
that's like saying my best friend's a black guy. All right.
I also taught at a school that was like 90% black.
Right.
And then you also taught at a school that was 100% white.
Fucking no, it was 99.9% white. There were 3 girls and they were mixed and they were all siblings.
There you
And
go.
and racial jokes were made around them and it was very uncomfortable for everybody. Well, for me and the people that understood that it should be uncomfortable. For the rest of the white kids, they were okay with it.
Right.
Oh yeah, my dad said he knows one of the guys who acted in Mayans. He told me about that.
Oh, that's cool.
He said it's the only reason he wasted time watching it because he knew the guy. I actually rewatched all of The Flash on CW.
Oh yeah.
never
I
seen
mean
that
the first like 4 seasons were great.
It did get weird towards the end, but he's still like the best Flash. I want to watch the new Flash movie, but not because of I can't stand the fucker they have playing the Flash.
So is the series the same
Dude.
guy of the Flash that showed up in Green Arrow? Is it the same?
Yeah,
guy?
same guy.
Yeah. The problem is that fucking Ezra Miller is just an unlikable fuck.
Yes.
And I couldn't even get through that. That movie sucked so bad, dude. All right.
Michael Keaton is the only reason I'm going to watch that movie.
Which
Yeah,
movie?
but he's not
new
even
Flash
the
movie.
Batman that you remember.
Gotcha.
You know, like not at all. He's not even close to the Batman you remember. He's just like some old guy. Michael Keaton was better in Spider-Man, in the first Spider-Man.
I do. I just the one thing. So DC to me, between DC and Marvel, DC has fucked up all their movies. They're horrible at it.
Yep.
They nothing goes together. The only thing they've ever done well is the CW. Like
No,
the shows-
they did and the movies are all Warner Brothers' fault, but they did the Christian Bale Batman series well. That was
Yeah,
the
it was
last
good.
Batman that I liked.
Yeah.
But everything else they fucked up. Like Wonder Woman, what a piece of trash that movie was.
Yeah,
And
it was
the
horrible.
second one was
the
even
second
worse.
one was
The
so
second one
fucking
was
weird.
bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I watched like 30 minutes.
The
of it.
second one really felt forced. Like they're like, we got to make another Wonder Woman movie. Well,
Yeah.
does it have to be this one?
It's like people liked Aquaman, and I did not like it at all.
Yeah,
I like
didn't
like
even-
him. I like
just
him as an
looking
actor,
at
and he
Jason
and,
Momoa.
Yeah.
and he delivers jokes funny. Like he's funny.
Yeah.
But the premise of the movie was not good.
Right.
So
No,
I liked him as
like
Khal
looking at
Drogo.
him.
And
Yeah.
I liked him in Frontier, the series on Netflix that they canceled after 2 seasons.
Right,
It was
right,
really good.
right.
When you
Have
told me
you
they
seen-
canceled it, I had only watched.
Have you
the
seen the
first
one? What's it called? Where he's blind.
Oh yeah, C on Apple
C.
TV.
So
Yeah.
on Apple TV, he's blind.
I gotta
Like,
get out
the entire world for the most part is basically gone
Who's
blind.
gonna lend me their sign in?
And it's a fucking awesome show. He kicks ass as a blind dude.
because I want to watch what's the one
Ted
that has the
Lasso.
coach
Ted Lasso, yeah.
Lasso. I've
Oh,
heard so
dude,
much
Ted
about it.
Lasso, best show on television in the last 20 years.
It really
what
is.
I've heard.
When it ended, I was super sad. Like that's
Yeah.
one of those shows you're like, oh man, I want more of this.
Yeah, Ted Lasso was the only show that I've ever watched that after it's over, you want to be better. All
Yeah.
right. Yeah. It fucking just made you feel that way.
Well, and at the
So-
end, they talk. There were rumors that they were going to do spinoffs. I'm like, I don't want spinoffs. Like,
Yeah.
if you don't have Ted Lasso in Ted Lasso, I don't want to watch it.
Yeah, but I would have watched one season of The Mean Coach.
Oh, Beard or the other one? Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
The British guy.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's
I would
fucking
have watched
hilarious.
one season of that. That was great. And I even would have watched one season about the African kid.
Yeah,
You know, because those stories were really like,
wow.
man, this is fucking great. This, you know, so Ted Lasso. I mean, go home and I'll see if I still got Apple TV, and I'll give you my sign in.
but yeah, that's good. And like I said, C is a good one. There's probably 4 seasons of that, 3 seasons of that.
Yeah, 3, I think. And
And,
the cool thing about C is that they premiered like the first 3 episodes in theaters.
Did they really?
So you could go see it in a theater.
It was just I'd come across it on Apple. I was like, oh, I'll start watching it, and I was like, I like apocalyptic movies. I like seeing how the world looks after everything's fucking destroyed.
Yeah.
So I enjoyed that one, just seeing them come across things that were once stuff in our time.
Well, tomorrow's supposed to be the rapture, so we might be seeing
Is it really?
Yeah,
Cool?
you know, Bible prophecy that won't come true again, and then they'll be like, oh, it's because of this.
Because the calendar was different. We
Yeah.
used the wrong calendar.
Yeah.
It's gonna end in 10 years. My bad.
Yeah.
Bring on the rapture. It could be fun. I mean,
I'm not getting raptured, so
Yeah, if I don't believe in it, it can't happen. So,
well, you think Rapture would be more survivable or zombie apocalypse?
I could survive. Well, I don't believe in God, so I think the rapture, I'm safe there. That's not going to happen.
Yeah, I don't have to worry about zombies trying to eat me during the rapture.
If it's zombies, and if it's like World War Z zombies, we're fucked.
Dude, Robert, I saw you not bend down to pick up a fucking hotel room key. All right, you're not going to survive the zombie apocalypse.
No, not at all. I'm not outrunning shit.
Yeah, you ain't.
I will outrun it and I will kill it. So.
If it's zombies from like Walking Dead, I can survive that. All you do, get the high ground, make sure they can't get to you, and have some guns.
Now, if it's like the T-1000s from what's the one with Woody Harrelson?
Oh, from Zombieland?
Zombieland?
Zombieland 2?
Yeah.
Those really fast ones that don't die, those are pretty bad.
Yeah,
I still love that fucking show, Zombieland and Zombieland 2.
What I love about Walking Dead is like everybody freaks out because it's a zombie show, but it's not a zombie show. The people are the scary motherfuckers.
Yeah, it's more about their internal
I never
politics.
watched any of it.
It's fucking humans. As when the world goes to shit, the humans are the scary ones.
Yeah.
I'm with Darren. If I don't have to pay my rent, bring it.
That's true. The world ends. The lines at grocery store. Maybe I can get food for cheap at the grocery store.
Get it for free.
Go in there.
Taking it.
5-finger discount that shit. I always do like if I think zombies, I'm like, if zombies were real, it's gonna be rabies. And rabies makes them strong and fast. I don't fucking like that.
Yeah, because we definitely don't want the World War Z ones. Like
no, World War Z ones, they pile up.
World War Z, everybody's fucked. I mean, I was worried when the Black Lives Matter fucking parade was walking through my neighborhood because I'm like, I don't got a gun in this house and I'm on the first floor. All right. I have a couple of swords in the bedroom. So my only hope was they would break a window and I could stab one of them each time they come through. Right. That was like my only hope because I got no guns because I'm a pussy. Okay.
And then the bodies pile up and block the window.
I always have a gun on me,
exactly.
So.
Exactly.
See, you have one in your truck when I forget it too.
I mean, I normally have more than one because you keep leaving yours in my truck. So I normally have 2 on me.
My dad says
Rachel fucking looking like barbed wire, fucking double cutting it.
My dad says he's never watched a zombie show or a movie, but I do ensure that I'm very well equipped to reach out and touch someone. That is true.
Yeah, that used to be my motto, Sam, but fucking it gets you in trouble pretty quick. Right.
He said coming out with him, he's got guns for both of you.
I really need to get a gun. Like,
can you have them in New York?
No, it's like a 4-year wait list or screening process.
That's insane.
But I could buy a shotgun from Walmart. That's what my sister did.
Or you can go to the back of someone's car and probably get one for pretty cheap too.
Yeah, but I don't want to do that either. Then you get caught with it, and then it's like 5 to 10 mandatory.
But don't you love that? Like in that city, gun violence is a big thing in New York, and yet they're like, no, we're gonna be strict on guns. Like, well, what about the guys that have illegal guns?
Yeah. What am I gonna do when fucking the guy busts in my house and I have nothing? Okay.
Well, in 4 years, tell him to come back, and then you can shoot him.
I'm gonna have to tell him to go around to the window and try and come in that way, and I could stab him. Like,
sorry, this is the wrong entrance.
I'm like, listen, it's just like new math. Okay. Go around to that window, break in, you get to the same place. Okay. Instead of just coming through the front door.
God, I hate new math.
New math is the worst. Okay.
They can't do normal shit anymore. Like there's shit that I need them to be able to do in biology that's just simple stuff like decimals. They don't fucking know decimals.
That's what they were trying to teach Logan new math when he was that age, right? And he was like, yeah, I know how to do it this way, and this is the right way, and it's the same answer. Like
times tables. Just learn your fucking times tables.
Logan, he does like Rachel and I do. He did it in his head.
Yeah.
I think the point of new math is for every problem to take up a full sheet of paper.
Yeah, they're like, we need you to show your work, but I don't need that much work to show it.
Oh yeah, the little girl I nanny, it is hell for us trying to figure out what they want all these dumb extra steps.
I'll ask
I don't need
a
that.
9th grader. All right, what is 5 times 7? Like the fuck? How can you not just like
just don't rattle that off? Yeah,
right.
Mm-hmm. Nate Bargatze said new math is like, coming to my door, ringing the bell, and then I tell you, could you please just go around the block, climb the fence, swim through the pool, and then come right back here, and then I'll let you in because that's like new math.
Hey, have you watched? Did you watch The Machine?
Dude, I watched it, man. There was some funny parts, but fucking overall, I was just like,
liked it.
mean, this dude is really milking this fucking one joke.
Yeah,
You
he's
know.
made a lot of money off of it.
Dude, I know he's fucking
and not
killing
wearing a
it.
shirt.
Right, but it's
Guess
an
that's
action
what this
movie
is.
and a comedy and like a feel good story all in one.
Who's in it?
Mark Hamill.
Burt Kreischer and Mark
Kreischer.
That's right.
Hamill.
Mark Hamill's. I was trying to remember who the
I
dad
haven't
was.
heard of it, but I don't watch TV. I
Right.
don't have time.
Right.
Oh, I always have time for TV. You just stay up till 2 a.m.
Nope.
Yeah, that's
Fuck,
the way to do
Chris,
it. Man.
Chris messaged me at 2 a.m. last night. I was able to respond. I was
Yeah.
I
still up.
get up at 4:45 every morning.
Yeah, you and
You
John were
only
having
need
a
an hour and
conversation
a
at
half.
11:30.
Yeah, I mean, I get an average about 3 hours of sleep a night. It works.
Since the leg got cut off, I don't sleep at night at all. I'll take a nap during the day for like 4 hours, and then that's it.
There's less of you, so you need less sleep now.
I don't think so. It's just me looking down at the stump, wishing for better times. Okay. So
when's the
James.
fake leg coming?
Aw.
See, that's what I want. That's the first step to sympathy pussy right there. Oh,
I like you need to hug Chris.
Chris is gonna be walking through fucking Arlington. Oh, my leg fell off. Can someone help me?
no. What I'm doing is I'm going for the first meeting for the leg on Friday, and it's like a whole process. You got to get they give you what they call a shrinker that you got to put on the stump so it shrinks so it fits into the prosthetic, right? And
that little sleeve, shower cap thing that goes on it.
Yeah. But the thing is to get a clip on, like if you guys saw the Tiger King, remember that legless guy? He would just get out of bed and fucking clip into his 2 legs, and that's what you want.
Yep.
But I got a guy that's gonna make the leg look like a Terminator leg once the skin is peeled off, and then I got another sound guy that said he can make a little disc that's magnetized that clips to the leg, and every time it moves, it goes zzz, zzz, zzz. So I was like, that's what I want. Like if people could hear me coming first, and I could instill the fear in them, that's what I want.
That's great.
And Haley drew me with the Terminator leg. Also
nice,
and I made a bunch of stickers for that too. So I'll be putting those out next week sometime. But
speaking of stickers, we'll also be posting as soon as Katie has the order form, which should be tonight. You'll be able to order the pirate stickers that we have of Chris, and there'll be some at Tinley as well.
Yeah, with Shane. And I want to thank you guys for doing that. That's how I know you guys aren't fake. You guys fucking did that. Nobody asked you to do that.
Well, man, I was at the Corpus show and I read about you losing your leg, and I was standing there with Sean and I said, we should make stickers with Chris. Somebody needs to draw it up and we should sell them. And this was before you were even doing stickers. And then Sean was like, well, talk to Haley and get her to do it. So I went to Haley and she's like, I don't draw people. And I was like, okay. So then I just didn't think about it anymore because I was like, and then we talked about it. James and I talked about it. And the next thing I know, Haley had a drawing. And I guess Sean had to really get her to do it because she doesn't think she's as good as she is. And her art was amazing.
Well, my day job actually hired her to do something for us.
Really?
Oh, that's awesome.
Great.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah. So it's, and I hired her to do the Terminator one, and she crushed it on the Terminator one.
That's good.
She's very talented.
She did so good on it. So I thought she was like 12, and I was like, this kid is a genius. Like fucking, this kid's a prodigy. And James is like, dude, she's like 18, man.
He'll be 21 in December. They're the same age as Lily.
Yeah.
Lily turns 21 next month.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's fucking crazy. But seriously, thank you guys for even fucking doing that. I would have thought that nobody would have cared, not that nobody would have cared, but nobody would have did as much. And what they did for me at Arlington,
man, that was great.
It was fucking great, man. I mean, Phil Goss fucking bought top hats to sell to people, and there was a bunch of people wearing top hats. And they fucking did that auction, and I got the leg right here. They mailed me the leg.
Really? Because that thing I got auctioned off 3 different times.
That's cool. And the cool thing about it that I thought was kind of gave me some validity was JT won it first, then Bob Vu, then Will Banks, and then Heidi and Jack again. So fucking at least there were big people, and Jimmy from Alabama wasn't fucking bidding on my leg. I was like, this is going to be the lowest auction in fucking NARBC history. And to my surprise, it wasn't. So fucking thank you to everybody that fucking did that. They're doing something else at Tinley this weekend too. So
And you said you're going to try to go to the Tinley in
March.
spring, right?
Yeah.
In March. I think I'm trying to come up for that one. I think we're going to try and make a trip up for that one.
Good, because I'm coming to Dallas also.
Cool.
The month later. But the place in Dallas now, is it dead center of the city, or is it, well, like, how is parking going to be?
I don't know. It's there's a lot of people that have concerns about that because I guess they did it there once before and it was a fucking disaster. So somebody told me. So, but this venue, they're not moving the venues voluntarily. The venue where they've been having Arlington's getting turned into like an art.
Yeah.
Right. I
Oh,
know that's
really?
weird, man. And
So-
is there a hotel right there?
It's attached to the
know.
one. Well, the new one, I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah. See, that would be one of the things I would be worried about. Because I you know, I mean, if there's not a host hotel, it makes the whole trip more difficult. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was when we used to do that Colorado show with Herps. That was nice because the venue was attached to the hotel.
You just walk.
So you just get up in the morning, walk downstairs, and walk through a hallway, and you're at the show.
Right. Well, Schaumburg, there's a nice hotel there, right?
Is there?
I don't know.
I haven't been to the one in Schaumburg.
I haven't either.
Tinley, I have.
Well, Tinley was great. You just walk down the hallway.
Yeah, it's still attached to that.
Yeah. So, and they have that cool little restaurant right in the middle.
What
for all
about
you
bananas?
fat fucks that get tired. No, Tinley got. No, you're right. I'm thinking of a different place, but Tinley got bananas, and
Yeah.
bananas is great because there's a sign right on the front door with a handgun and the Ghostbusters sign through it. So the guns are not allowed. So you're like, okay, at least I'll be safe in fucking Tinley.
Yeah, there's a lot of drunk people and bananas
Be
on
my
Saturday
purse.
night.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna try to make it to Tinley. I think Katie and I, we're all fucked
Okay,
up all
so
week.
at the Dallas show, the venue's on North Stemmons Freeway, and the hotel is on Harry Hines Boulevard. So no, they're not right there together.
Oh man. Yeah. That kind of blows.
That means you got to park twice. I mean, a movie. It's
Right. Yeah.
that sucks.
It is the same zip code, so they must be pretty close right there. But
Yeah, but maybe it's angled. So maybe,
Yeah, it could be.
the venue's on one and then it's a corner. Maybe they at least have a skyway or a walkway to go down.
yeah, they're pretty close. I'm looking at them. They're across the street.
Okay. All right.
Okay, they're across the street from each other.
So drunk people stumbling across the
yeah,
street.
look, the venue's right there,
Oh, yeah.
Dallas Market Center, and then there's the hotel right there.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it's right there. It's not far.
I'll have to make it up there. I think so. I went to Tinley once, but that was the one before COVID, and I've been back
I've
since
never been
then.
to a Tinley. I'd like to go to one though.
It's good as long as they
Yeah,
don't.
I haven't been to Tinley since like 2017 or 16.
I think I
And
went.
maybe even 2012. I don't remember. But it was fun as fuck, you know. But now you can't even. I hear some of the aisles are only 4 feet apart. You know,
Well-
like it's just weird. It's going to be hard for me to get through in a chair if I'm still in a chair.
It's just a lot of shows are fitting way too many people in, or trying to fit way too many people into them.
Is it too many people?
That's a thing everywhere. You know,
There's Millie.
I do wonder about seeing more shows pop up that are like 40 vendors, 50 vendors max, and seeing how people do sales wise in a show like that.
Well, how many vendors are at a Herp show?
Conroe was 119.
Oh, there's that many.
Yeah.
Shit. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have the West Monroe show coming up in Louisiana. It's a new show. It's like 44 vendors. I think is what I counted.
That's not bad, but I mean,
And what's the one they replaced Palin with is not
Yeah, it's gonna be small too.
Yeah.
The Rosenberg, yeah.
but the trick is also not to have 80% of it be ball python guys.
Sean's doing
Yeah.
that really a lot about. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
there was a comment the other day somebody made on a post. If it was about it was on maybe the Slidell post or something about how they need to get a bigger venue because the waiting list is too long. And Sean was like, "Well, here's why we don't get a bigger venue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't want a bigger show.
Yeah. And then he was like, and we're trying to do more, because the guy was like, because my friend he sells blood pythons, and you have so many ball python vendors, and he can't get in. And Sean's like, give me his info because that would be a good one for us to have because it's something different.
Yeah. Not everybody does that.
Well, and I think the problem is
No, go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say the problem is so many ball python people are at a show that I think a lot of non-ball python tables get passed by.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So many people just
100%. Yeah.
You become blind to stuff. You just start walking by things, and I've done that. I've walked through a show real quick because I'm pretty good at going through a show in like 15 minutes, seeing everything, and then go back through slow. But I've missed it. I've left a show, and people go, "Hey, did you see this thing at the show?" And I'm like, completely missed it. How did I miss that? Like the last time we were in Arlington, I missed that there were the albino Brazilian rainbow boas there.
Right.
And I have no fucking clue how I missed those, but I'm betting they were near some ball pythons, and I probably walked right by them.
Yeah, but the thing is that you know, why not just feed into the ball python thing and make like 2 shows a year that are only ball pythons?
Yeah.
Do you think they would sell much there?
I don't know if they would sell much, but I would think that number one, people would know it's an all ball python show, and that's why the majority of people are coming anyway. So you wouldn't really lose anything, but you know, and then you know the rest of the year limit the ball python people to 50%. Let's say.
But don't you feel like a show like that ends up being Bob, Miguel, and Justin selling a lot, and then everyone else just watching them sell a lot?
No, not really, because most people can't afford Bob, Miguel, and Justin.
That's true.
I mean, Bob is kind of the outlier there because he sells affordable stuff too. But I think it would give other people a chance because fucking not everybody walks into a reptile show with $4,000 anymore. You know, it used to be where we would make 15 grand on a fucking good day.
Yeah.
You know, and now it's like people don't make $150. You know,
Chris, we're in October and I've had 3 profitable shows this year.
Yeah, see, that's fucking crazy. Well, and do you find that the profitable shows are at the smaller shows?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. The smaller the shows lately, the more profitable they are. And 2 of those shows were shows I didn't have to have hotels for.
Right.
So that helped because that saved me $300 or ish dollars.
Right.
And I didn't have travel expenses. So had I had travel expenses at those 2 shows, I probably would have been closer to break even. And
well, I think that one of the things that you guys could do, and I'm not telling you how to fucking run things, but I'm saying that you could build fucking racks, get a pro photographer in, and have Rachel in all the pictures. Number one, that would prove shit. Or have a bigger, you know, like mid-level ball python guy in there saying, you know, I use Lone Star reptile racks. You know,
I've actually talked to Max about taking photos and, you know, doing things like that. I've got to get, I have to get caught up before I can do anything at this point. It's, I don't want to be a Debbie Downer, but it ain't good right now.
We're playing catch up right now. And then we are going to redo several things and change the way things are represented. Represented. And
big change in our business. Big.
No, I get it. I totally get it.
But you have to adapt or die.
Right. Otherwise, you may as well go out and get a day job.
Yeah, because everything that worked in 2020 and 2020 and 2021 are not working anymore.
Yeah, of course not. Yeah.
So
that's a big deal. But you get one mid-level person to fucking use your shit, and you get all the mid-level people and all the starter people, you know, because they look up to them.
Right.
You know, so it doesn't have to be a Bob Vu or a Justin. It could be, you know, Heidi and Jack, or fucking I was gonna say Corey, but not even Corey. Because Corey's totally fucking doing her monitors and
she said fuck all pythons.
Yeah, and she's paying a ton of money to go live like poor people for 3 weeks at a time. So you don't even know what's going on with that, you know. So
she's getting too much shit with legs. That's too many animals with legs.
Yeah. Well, Corey also just got that warehouse or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool too. So it can work, but also you know, it's you know, you got to do it right. And
I'm falling asleep.
You know,
Rachel's got to go to bed.
It's
lean into fucking Rachel fucking in all the pictures. You know, lean into Rachel like I'm leaning on my fake leg, because I'm gonna lean on that shit hard. Okay. Right.
I would too.
Yeah. So
all right.
Let's get
Chris,
out of here.
Folks want to get a hold of you. How can they do it?
The Fatman everywhere.
Yeah. Go find Snakes and the Fatman if you haven't found him yet. Also, get on the list to join the the Sunday night calls when he does those. Those are great. But don't show up want to talk about fucking animals. We're not talking about reptiles. Don't do it.
The great thing about that is the look on people's faces when we tell them it's not about animals. Also, Tuesday nights, 8:00, watch Bronx Down Under.
Yes.
When is the next Sunday night Zoom call?
Next week.
Okay.
So go check that out. For us, you can find us at the Reptile Gumbo Podcast on Instagram, Facebook, at gmail.com. We will post soon the stickers for Chris. Buy a sticker for Chris. All the proceeds go to him to help him out with his new Terminator leg, so that he can sound like a Terminator walking down the streets of New York.
Yep.
Scaring small children.
Again, thank you for that. I mean, that was a big deal, man. So
anything we can do. I mean, I got no money, so I got to do whatever I can do to help you.
Believe me, that's okay.
Thank y'all for listening. We will be back, I think, in 2 weeks. I think I'm going to release our Conroe interviews next week, but listen for those because, again, we have our buddy Max on there, and then we also had Tom Harbin, which was
so much fun.
Which was an awesome interview with Tom Harbin. We're going to have him on the show again. Thanks, Chris. Hang around as we log off. Everyone else, we will see y'all when we see you. Bye.